That's right there.
Man, that joint hit like 1, 2, pow. We alive.
Folks, do not adjust your television screens. Do not check the clocks. We are here for a special edition episode of Off the Hip.
Oh yeah, you did not hear that wrong.
Hold on, what?
You know, we don't like to insult the intelligence of our viewers, of our family over here off the hip. So when I said last night we was coming back today, I had to make sure we came back today and not break continuity and act like nothing happened. We see that once too often in the wrestling world.
Because, folks, a lot happened in the last few hours. A lot.
Let's talk about it. Let's cut the shenanigans. We're going to take Stephanie Vaquero off the screen in just a second, but let's pay her some homage. And new women's NXT champion, world champion,
You gotta say it with your chest. Ladies and
North
gentlemen,
American.
and new NXT Women's World Champion, the Dark Angel herself, Stephanie Vaquero.
Brother, oh brother, what a match. What an environment to be in.
What a
But
show. I can imagine how you felt.
bro, again, the last 2 days, you said a lot's been happening over the last 2 nights, and it has, and I feel like I've been immersed in the wrestling because it's easy to go to these things and want to keep up with the Joneses on social media in terms of wanting to record everything and post it as quick as you can and XY. I'll take whatever clips I get, the entrances. As soon as matches were happening, I'm locked in.
He said, I'm here for a good time, folks.
Yes, I'm here for a good time. And that show it delivered when you really immerse yourself into the story, into what's going on, to what you went to go pay for and see and support. I think it's such a better time than when you try to go to the shows and put yourself over, steal the spotlight, be obnoxious, any of those things. Just being immersed
You
felt
might the
10
crowd
times.
that was going, let's go Cena. Cena sucks.
Yeah. Like it was cute when Cody was in the ring on Monday, right? Because Cody had something to do with it. We didn't hear that in a while. The Let's Go Cena, because people kind of been behind him the last few joints. But right
You
now
know,
in
you know what that
NXT,
chant kind of reminded me of a little bit? And I mean this with the utmost disrespect. It reminded me of Beach Ball Mania.
yeah, I thought it reminded me like this is boring, Chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's again, we spoke about this off air. Usually when the crowd get into the territory of wanting to hijack the show, it was because of Vince's bullshit. That's where the inception of hijacking came from. As of late,
True.
we haven't really seen no need to hijack. It's just if they bust out a fuck you solo, it's because of what Solo's done in the story.
Mm-hmm. If they want to boo the shit out of Dom, not let him get a word in. Again, that's part of the character.
Yeah.
Even on the other show, when he wanted to chant random bullshit, whatever, it's because of what the character's attempting to do. But this was beyond unnecessary.
It's beyond unnecessary. People just look for things to chant, see if they get a reaction. Maybe they want to go home and replay and see if they can hear themselves. And some are, because some of the chants picked up. Obviously, like you said, you heard the Let's Go Cena. Cena. I wasn't one of them chanting because I'm sitting there lost. Like, bro, I had to think, like, really? And then as quickly as I thought that, those chants died down. And I guess they went back more towards the match. I think it might have been some NXT chants after that, or
Because a lot of folks realized how stupid they were sounding.
yeah, like what are we doing here? And we're doing this to the females and men that we praise. It's not like NXT did not bring out no slouch matches today. Now, granted, I
No,
say
sir.
Javon and Ethan Page is the thing I probably stale for me storyline wise, but the match was not stale. Far from. They got crazy in that match with the use of chairs, tables, like outside play. They were working that whole little venue right there to whatever they could.
So
So
everything was a ladder, basically.
yeah, for real. And I think it was a dope 2 days for me enjoying NXT, enjoying WWE Raw. It's looking like a new landscape over on NXT because obviously you see this photo right here. She's holding both championships. What does that mean? Does that
Like
mean we
like just to
unify?
close out the show, the entire division runs through her.
Do her. Obviously, we seen in the show earlier Mickey James telling Jada Parker she belongs on the same, this is just paraphrasing the same level and the same plateau as a Stephanie Vaquer, as a Julia. Maybe we see a Jada Parker break through and step up, be one of the newer challengers.
Also, I got a little bit of history for you. And
Oh yeah.
Vic, I don't know if it was Vic or Grizz. One of them was expected to be um, corrected by the internet, but Stephanie is now the fifth person to hold two NXT championships. The other four were Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Mandy Rose, and Keith Lee.
Okay. Is I don't want to sound ridiculous because I know Roxanne Perez is kind of she's Spanish, but she's American born, right? This is the
Yes.
first Spanish born champion
Yes. I
for the
want to say
women's
yes. Well,
for the
for the women's,
women's.
yes. If you want to count men's, you could probably argue Andrade.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause I think I heard one of them say that a few weeks ago that she was or would be the first women's NXT champion, Spanish born.
Born in Latin America, yes.
Yeah, born in Latin America, right? So there you go, chat. First Latin American NXT champion right here.
And again, if we're counting Becky Lynch, with all due respect, the sixth double champ in NXT.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably using the wrong phrase for this. Stephanie became an overnight sensation within the past year. She captivated the hearts, the eyes, the fandom of many with that
Between
one
her and Julia, has it
appearance.
even been a year?
I don't think so. I don't. I truly, honest to God, don't think it's been a year, bro. It might have been shortly after last year's WrestleMania. She has that match with Sasha Banks, where AEW, and I don't know
They
in what
had they
world
had a chance to sign her.
you put her. I don't know in what world you're putting people. What was she was on a pay per view, right, against Sasha Mercedes Monet on pay
It
per
was a
view
Dynamite.
on either Dynamite TV pay per view. Either those two, you're putting them on TV uncontracted. That's wild
Yeah,
stuff.
and that's not it's not uncommon. It's just one of those, if you can put them on TV, it's almost a guarantee that they're going to sign. This was not the case.
Yeah, he really looked at this. And I say he, Tony Khan, put her out there on television, thought she was gonna hold some loyalty for giving her the exposure. Do I feel like he was responsible for her exposure? Yes, because I've only seen one other video from Stephanie Vaquer, and I didn't even know it was her. It was just a video online of a lady wrestler training and doing them stretches that she be doing, and I didn't even know it
Also,
was Stephanie.
real quick, Stephanie just passed 8 months in WWE.
Look at that. And I mean,
And
again, I think she did it the right way. She was offered if she wasn't capping on Busted Open, she was given the chance to go to the main roster, and she chose to go to NXT to learn,
hmm yeah,
to
she was the only
create
one that
moments
said
like
that.
this. Say that again, my brother.
And I was saying, like many, even with respects to Julia, who's equally as talented, they both had the option to start the main roster. They said, no, we want to figure this out. We want to learn as Bully puts it, the WWE style.
I'm not gonna
So let's
lie,
be honest, whether
Julia
it's
nice.
AEW, New Japan, WWE, TNA, NWA, each promotion has their own respective style.
I forgot who
And
said it, but the short wrestlers make up for size when they do what Stephanie does. You see how she springboards? Like she's covering so much ground in and out the ring that I kind of forget she's only 5'3".
yeah, and she
Like
flies.
bro, covering ground. Like she doesn't just utilize half the ring. She's running from post to post, pillar to pillar. That to me is amazing. And it's only few you see, like when you really pay attention, you always say pay attention to the details, the smaller details. And that's just the little things that you'll see the workers in WWE do really well when they're smaller. They really know how to make themselves look larger. That's why I really enjoy her work. Like I think I say that to say like I think Julia's good, but I think Stephanie's better right now. Like in this WWE run. She's Stephanie's been able to understand and get it. As to where Julia, I think she's just been going through and getting over, if that makes sense.
Well, let's start. I mean, again, both of them already had international success, but also let's look at this thing. Both of them just turned 31. Well, 31 actually, definitely be 32 this year, so they're still fairly young as far as the fan base of the WWE. But still very well decorated in respects. Again, two different styles. But again, like
That's what it is though. Like even like Bully when he first saw Julia, he was like, I'm not understanding the blank stares. Like like this thing she need to work on for the WWE audience. Like you said, there's some familiar, they might love her work. Cool. But how we gonna help translate that into a WWE style where the WWE fans and casuals can enjoy this?
and it's like we talk
Hey,
about with a lot of
Amethyst.
folks that are in that AEW limbo. It's like, yeah, you all can do the same stuff, but what separates you from the pack?
Exactly.
And to respect to both of them, they're probably still figuring that out.
And I hate to say this, it's not just the Spanish thing. We saying this because I'm seeing everybody love people of all races cheering for both Julia and Stephanie, but they are really messing with Stephanie more. Could it be the sex appeal? Sure, it could be that.
Or again, like the rumor said, maybe there's some wear and tear on Julia. We don't know,
And I'm
but
not gonna lie, it,
all we
it
know,
did seem noticeable tonight in person. And could, like with the way that I say the way Stephanie was moving with certain actions, rhythm. And then when I looked at Julia, she looked a little bit slow at times. Like, okay, it became a little, for me, obvious reading certain things, like how this matchup may go. Like, my heart wanted Stephanie to win it. Then throughout the match, it became more clear and clear. Like, okay. And I feel like
I
it was
was
almost, could we see, like, maybe Julia come back as a heel? Because I feel
it's
like,
possible. Would not be opposed to that. The question
yeah,
is, how do we
like,
get there? But what definitely threw me off guard with this main event was, like I told you privately, like this crowd seemed very one sided, which shocked the hell out of me.
yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
expecting something similar to what we saw last night with Seth and Punch, where it's very a close 50-50. This was seen at various points almost 80-20. Not being generous.
I'm gonna say this: we have a lot of sickos here in the city. So when Julia canceled that rump, whatever, like I need to find the name, cause I want to give it the correct name, but that move that Stephanie does, where she puts the competitor's head between her legs and she just romps down,
I mean, we can call it whatever sound effects Booker T makes, the ah ah
ah
ah
ah.
ah.
When Julia canceled that, bro, I thought like that almost screamed heel turn. Like that was almost a audible moment in the match where, hold on, is she gonna have to do something? And but she saved grace though because she ended up doing it, and the crowd cheered for her back. So it was like, yeah,
Mhm.
I canceled what y'all wanted to see, but I did it, so you could cheer for me. So it's interesting to see where Julia go. I think she needs more of a mean streak. That's what I enjoy about
And
Stephanie.
again, Julia, if you haven't seen her work in Japan and in Mexico, her mean streak is well documented. The question is she's had a rep of she can be a little too physical, and she has that. As small as she is, she can knock some motherfuckers out. Just flash, boom, lights are gone. And I'm sure she's been self conscious about that because she knows how physical and strong she is because she cut her teeth in Japan. So maybe again, if she does do a heel turn, they'll probably say, "Hey, If you gotta get rough, so be it.
Mm.
Nothing wrong with that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Just don't be afraid to be you. That's why we brought you here in the first place because of what you were doing over there. Yes, you want to learn the style. That's cool and all that. But on top of that, again, don't be afraid to be you.
I'm not trying to completely shit on Julia's reign, but I'm gonna just jog back a little bit. When she won the women's championship, I felt like it should have been Stephanie, right? And then they gave Stephanie the North American look, which kind of made up for it. Like, all right, cool. I see what y'all doing here. Y'all got both of them on top.
But there can only be one at the top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And again, maybe again, I'm not trying to be real stereotypical. I'm not sure who has more fluency in the English language, but also again, maybe they just took more to Stephanie for the visual aspects. But again,
I
it doesn't
think
take
it's
away from
that.
both their
Yeah.
works respectfully.
Hearing
But
both they
again,
English though, I think Stephanie picking it up quicker.
yeah. She may have a slight edge, but also again, a part of me feels like maybe at certain points in certain matches, I don't know about this one because again, we don't know what happened down the road, but just maybe at some point Julie could have got gun shy from her traditional style, and again, no fault to her because she wants to learn this one. But again, we'll see down the road.
Yeah, that's my observation with her. I feel like she just hasn't like I feel like Stephanie even like I said, she didn't win her the championship on her first try. But every appearance she had, it was just like it made you feel like, nah, she should be a champion.
She just has that, and some folks just have that natural star power.
Yeah, that natural aura, that
That some
that
folks say that it back
frizz.
again. Some folks got it. As Enzo would say, you can't teach that.
You cannot. Like I be seeing people rave about her that I wouldn't even think would have known about Stephanie Vaquer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that I know that barely know or watch NXT on a consistent basis, but they know who Stephanie Vaquer is, and they don't really know who Julia is. It's kind of crazy to me. It's weird.
But again, like we've seen Stephanie do a lot of mainstream stuff for the media, especially recently. So again, that part doesn't really surprise me a whole lot.
That is true. I do got to take that into account. That does matter for something in 2025. All of these, like, making YouTube appearing busted open,
But
promoting
you see, Stephanie is
Roadblock.
doing stuff on. She's very active on TikTok too.
Oh yeah, yup.
Whether it be her workouts or stretches, just her just learning the English culture. Like she's all over the place.
Just putting up a regular post.
Hmm.
Hey, I'm drinking coffee today.
Hi guys, I'm on my morning walk. Hi guys, I'm going out to dinner.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's things that people it's building character for her. It's kind of like
You're becoming
Zarya.
relatable.
Yeah, it's very relatable. It's kind of like
Sorry is another
Zarya.
one.
Yeah, I can't wait till they bring her and so I don't know whatever got in store for them, but you know what I mean.
To be entirely honest, now you and I have talked about this in weeks past. As far as what the hell do you do with the abysmal women's tag team championships? Put it on Zari and Soul.
They looking like a nice little fun tag team. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
know what they're starting to remind me of?
Say it.
Rob Van Dam and Kane.
Oh, brother, man.
And we saw what Magic they was doing back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
They remind me of that because Soul can basically do it all as far as the high flying stuff, and she can get physical too. Zarya has that natural, just fearmonger type persona to where she could just wreck shop whenever. I haven't seen a whole lot of her in ring stuff stateside. I've seen some stuff with her in Australia, but still, it's like again, she is obviously elevating her game to where she's almost an entirely different persona, a whole different character.
Yeah, cause she's kind of giving like at first when she first debuted, she was kind of giving that kind of like Beth Phoenix glamazon-ish kind of vibe where like you're
In the
just really
vignettes,
strong.
yes, yeah, I can see that.
Not too much like her, but just like on some real dominant force figure. And now she's having more of a like a fun vibe to her.
And like I said, sometimes you gotta mix it up. You gotta be comfortable outside your own skin, and she sounded almost like the perfect partner with Sol Ruka.
And I kind of say Beth Phoenix again because that's when Beth Phoenix started having fun. Remember, she eliminated, what was it, Santino, giving him a kiss out the Rumble or somebody. No, it was Great Khali she eliminated with a
That's right.
kiss. Got him out the Rumble with that. Like, you can add to Zarya's character just with all of this fun stuff she's been doing. They did that little vignette today in the break room, in the destroy room. I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, okay, that's different.
And that video that I saw, that was some on off of Solar's art on their TikTok. I saw
Wow.
that this morning.
And look, they found a way to incorporate that on the NXT show tonight.
Hmm.
And just say you look up aura in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of Roman Reigns. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it. Hopefully, in a few years, I'll look like the Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. I'll get that aura. Put my name next, etch my name in the dictionary with him at some
I'm
point.
just saying, I got the hair. Just let me get that beard, and I'll be set.
You feel me? Like, come on, man. Let's work our way. We working our way to greatness. Gonna
Brick
take some
by
time.
brick.
Break by break, baby. Man, and yo, it was so dope tonight too. Just a random tidbit. I seen somebody in the building that I haven't seen in years, bro. Random, and this is why I love wrestling. Only wrestling, certain things can do that. Only certain events and venues can bring you into the same building that you haven't seen somebody in over 10 years. And it was a high school friend, and I don't know, it was just so cool because, bro, like that dude loves wrestling so much. I remember back in the day when I had my first WWF Intercontinental Championship, he wanted to buy it off me. And I was like, shit, fuck it, cool. So I like it was cool to just relink with him at NXT tonight at the small venue. I'm like, wow, that like what's the chances of, man?
Again, it's a small world.
You know who else was in the NXT venue since they like uh highlighting celebrities, they didn't highlight none in there today, but the big dude from Wildin' Out that they always be joking about his
Okay.
stomach. Yeah, he was in the building. There might have been some others lurking around. I know they did some cool shit for the guy from LFG, Troy what was his name? Jasper Troy. They
Hmm.
had his family up in like they had like this balcony up in the theater, and they had his family rooting from up there and stuff. We'll probably see some footage of that when that episode of LFG comes out. It was a very different feel of the NXT in person tonight from what I'm accustomed to. So let's get into the show though, man. Let's start off. We had the Hardy
All right.
Boys, the Hardys, excuse me, the Hardys. We had the Hardys versus Nathan
Oh, no, no, no,
Frazier.
no, no. Mike Rome introduced him as the Hardy Boys.
Okay, so we safe. We safe. We got the Hardy Boys.
Again, that's one of those things. Again,
I
three
don't know.
decades strong, still moving like it's 2005. Like ain't nothing changed. Got a couple grays here and there. They still moving and grooving. That's still Matt and Jeff the Hardy Boys.
Man,
V1 and the charismatic fucking Enigma.
bro, everything was so cool because Nathan Frazier and Axiom. This is my first time seeing them in person. I've seen the Hardys. It's definitely a treat to get to see them on this last run right here. So just to see that
Who says this is the last
proverbial.
run?
Oh, I mean, I don't know how much more time. We keep speaking of these talents in the latter part of their, but they have a
It seems that these two have found the fountain of youth. They've never been better,
man.
which
If
is
they got another,
wild.
if they got another 10 in them, shout out to them
Shit, they may pull a Billy Gunn, bust out another 30 years.
and Sandy.
I'm here for it.
They definitely put on because this is that new school versus legendary. I don't even want to say old school because the Hardys can still do the same stuff they were doing when they were younger. But this is
And
like that
everybody and their
real,
mamas doing the same stuff they've been doing since 1999.
bro, man. I'm not gonna
Everybody's
lie.
doing their shtick.
everybody. But like Axiom and Nathan Frazier though, like you know what it is with Nathan Frazier? He reminds me so much of Seth Rollins sometimes.
Mhm. A little
It's
bit
kind
too much.
yeah, it's crazy. Like it's hard for me to really look at Nathan Frazier as a tag team player, but him and Axiom they work so well together. Like it's crazy.
But when Nathan for a second, from the hairstyle to the body frame to even the gear sometimes and his selling, it's almost like a spitting image of Seth Rollins.
There's even this one thing that he do almost all the time in the match where they're trying to lift him, like he's holding on to the rope, and they're trying to lift
Mhm.
him from his feet, and they just flip him
Oh,
up.
when he has the arms crossed and he does the
Yeah,
mhm.
it's like he does, and that's very reminiscent of Seth
I
Rollins.
think he even does the superplex into the Falcon Arrow too, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, yeah, these dudes move swift. I was again, I was under the false impression that this was for the NXT championships. So I went into this thinking, what are the chances the Hardys beat the NXT champions? It happened to be for the TNA championships,
Which
which
again,
then made
I'm not mad at, but still.
it kind of yeah. If I would have went into it, it made it more clear. Like okay, I kind of know the Hardys are gonna win this one. I thought they would have put over Axiom, but honestly, there's still room for them like to keep. I don't know if they're gonna continue this back and forth, but I wouldn't mind seeing a round two out of this
Uh,
Fraxium and Hardy.
this was one of a few matchups tonight to where I can rewatch them go at it for the rest of the year, and I'd be just fine.
Yeah, that it was. It's like this sequence too. Once Jeff was in the ring by himself and he had to, go through some defense to then get to the offense. I was like, that was done beautifully right. There was a lot of stuff
So
done beautifully in
I'm
that
glad you
match.
mentioned Jeff. What was the reaction when he first entered the match?
Bro, everybody it was a point of the match where the crowd was like, "We want Jeff. We want Jeff." So when he finally gets the tag, it was like the place almost lost it.
Yeah,
We thought it was gonna be like instantly match over almost kind of vibe, but they got to a few false finishes, and then later on in the match, we eventually see the Hardys win.
but again,
But
reason why I mentioned that was back to Amethyst's post about looking up Order of the Dictionary. With all due respect, you can easily throw Jeff Hardy's face on that photo as well,
mm,
easily. Again,
I
through the
mean,
good, the bad, and the ugly, he's one of a very select few that the wrestling community has never really given up on.
we had Brother Nero chants in the crowd today.
Mm, I heard delete chance on top of that as well. But
Oh
again, Jeff's
yeah.
just one of those rare guys to where again, at times even when he gave up on himself, most of us fans that said no, you're going to be just fine. And again, anytime like I said, Jeff's never looked healthier, and this is a beautiful thing to see.
Nah, it was definitely, it's always right to see Jeff and then to see him with his health good. It's always a plus. That's the icing on the cake right there, to be honest. I thought what was interesting in this match and finish, who was it Nathan Frazier that no, it was Axiom that hit Frazier.
Hmm.
So again, you said they've been teasing something between them. Now they still have the NXT championships. Could this lead to some dissension for them going forward? They like kind of misfired right there, costed them the match.
Hear me out real quick.
Oh yeah, baby, come
Imagine
on.
Stand and Deliver, okay, which is going to be taking place before Mania Night One.
April 19th.
Yes, sir. Could you imagine at this PLE we get this rematch TLC?
Mm,
I'm getting chills already just thinking about that.
that'd be crazy, bro. Now, would
The
you put
match
both
that
championships on the line?
you
Winner take
could,
all?
you could, but I wouldn't want to burn through that specific stipulation right away.
Okay.
Now, say if Hardys win and then they get both, and then say they run the table around SummerSlam time, then you start incorporating winner take all something like that. But don't do that just right away because again, you run the risk of oversaturating that, and then you get a situation like an AEW to where you have someone like Mercedes with four different belts
Mm,
that she's just holding just for the sake of holding.
I
So
can
again,
see
you
that
you want to
though.
be careful with
Yeah.
that. But again, but just the idea of Braxium and the Hardy Boys in TLC Mania weekend, I may need to get a ticket for that if there's any left for Stand and Deliver.
But I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, I have never traveled
Like Osprey
outside my
does, just
state, but
inject that in my veins.
I've never traveled outside my state for a wrestling event, like a main wrestling event. But yeah,
That matchup might get me, especially if you make it TLC. Come on now.
not even gonna lie, too. That'll be one of the most lit standard delivers. Like we talk about the Hardy Boys in 2025 in NXT, walking in with the TNA championships though.
Walking
What
out
world are
champ
we
champ.
in? Yeah, what like I'll
Jeff
be even
Hardy
like,
has a WWE championship in the year 2025 of our Lord. What the hell's going on? Are we in the
bro, we go.
multiverse? We in the Matrix? What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna look back and think somebody had auto simulate on the game or something like nah, this ain't real. Like this is simulation.
I'm
That
just saying that would something like that would not surprise me, and it'd be a glorious surprise. Shout out Bobby Roode.
I say this too. I'm gonna be honest. For anybody, like if you have a family, a friend, a coworker, even somebody that you may want to get them into wrestling, just take them. Just take them. Trying to sit them down while this commercial break. I'm be honest. My girl, she used to like NXT. I think she's gonna be a watcher. I think she's gonna be a returning viewer next week because of just what she saw in person today. She was happy to see
Look
everything.
how invested we quickly got last year with what the women were doing. Like this crop of NXT, regardless of what they got going on with TNA with that partnership, but just this crop of talent on the roster right now. Yes, it's different from Black and Gold. Thank God it's different from the 2.0 stuff. But again, the 2.0 stuff also brought us the likes of Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, etc. But this roster of NXT right now easily could be worthy of being called the third brand. And this is something that we've wanted NXT to be for a long time. And I believe we're finally there. Off air, you talked about how you felt like this program or product was deserving of a larger crowd. We'll get
Yep.
there, but again, the crew that we have currently, they are going to be the flag bearers. They're going to be leading the charge for that to come.
Yeah, man.
From Javon Evans to the older folks like Ethan Page, Eddie Thorpe, Trick Williams, to Soruka, Lash Legend, Lola Vice, Jada Parker. That
And then there's
that
folks we didn't
roster
even
is
see
deep.
tonight, right? Like we seen them on a vignette, but in person we didn't see a Tony D'Angelo, Sean Spears.
Oh no, we saw a Sean Spears vignette.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like aside from that, in person, they didn't give us those. Like, you know what I
We didn't
mean?
see Charlie
So
Dempsey.
Ricky
We got,
Saints regulated to the backstage segment. That's how much that roster is deep.
like I said,
And
it
work
is loaded.
and working with TNA, it gets even deeper.
And with me as a fan of most all brands, I cannot wait till we incorporate Pro Wrestling Noah with more with them. I can't wait till they incorporate AAA down in Mexico. If they work with someone in the UK, someone in Australia, it's only going to get bigger.
I say this, the one confusing one that had me confused is what are they planning to do with Roxanne Perez? Like, is that more of a like
She's getting a call up.
okay.
That's an easy one for me.
Yeah, 'cause I thought it would have happened at the chamber already, but
I thought it would have happened at the Rumble.
right.
I thought it would have one like when she dropped the damn belt. But again, maybe she's again like with a lot of folks tying up loose ends. Shall we get into that match?
Yeah.
Speaking of partnerships, we saw Roxanne Perez versus call it a juggernaut, call her Muscle Mommy. We call her Jordan Grace.
Mm.
Again,
Now,
I thought.
I
Go ahead.
uh-huh. No, I was gonna tell you, 'cause I remember I text you when I seen it in person. I thought Jordan Grace had botched the move. So upon further review, it may have looked that way, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt because I seen Roxanne Perez working that leg the whole match. So could that have been, you say overzealous? She might have been playing too smart where she did something hoping that the fans would have picked up on it, and I think the fans kind of just like, what happened there?
There's a reason why Booker T's prized pupil is called the Prodigy.
Mm, man,
Just
she was
when you
working
think
them
that shit's
limbs.
going south, old girl's 10 steps ahead of you in the game.
Talk about it.
And again, like I said, Booker's been singing her praises since the dawn of time. And also, a fun fact in the early days of AEW, this is another one that Tony Khan let go.
Mm,
Folks forget Roxanne was one of the original Ring of Honor women's champions in a time where Ring of Honor didn't even have women's champions yet.
that's crazy. I kind of didn't even know that because in my mind brain cells, it was kind of like she just came straight from Booker.
Mm-mm. She had a small run in Ring of Honor. I don't know if she was in physical on AEW TV or whatever, but again, she's one that Tony could have had.
Wow. I mean, shit,
And
fuck it. It don't even
Booker
matter.
Price said, "Roxanne, come. You know where the real ones are at." And lo and
Mm-hmm.
behold, another one you can argue was overnight sensation because easily one of WWE's longest title reigns, man or woman. One of WWE's most dominant champions at that, and a woman who's wiser beyond her years.
Man, Roxanne though, like I can't wait till she gets past this little transition phase so we can see what the main roster gonna show for. Cause it kind of, to me, like a match like tonight felt, it kind of felt pointless a little bit. I'm be honest. Like if you're on your way out, this last little feud with Jordan Grace is kind of like, it's cool. It was a great match, but it's not doing nothing for the future with them, just with them. Like,
And also, I think as in the last couple years, as many times as TNA or NXT has seen Jordan Grace, you can argue she's already established there. So again, this matchup there kind of was no real need for it, and I mean you can't again as decorated as Roxanne is in NXT, you can't really do the whole squash match stuff because that kind of ruins her momentum going up in WWE leading into this draft we're gonna get after Mania supposedly.
hmm
But I mean, you could have done a few different matches that again would have been just this match was fine, but again, you probably if you would have done something maybe whether it be a tag match or even something else, you could have got a little more mileage out of both of them.
hell, we like planning for the future. This could have easily been a number one contenders something. A fatal four way between Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace for the North American Championship.
Throw in Jada Parker
Jada Parker, who was just in the
because remember
backstage.
last week Jada was saying Julia Stephanie, I got next, and you could have easily transitioned a statement to where you could have had Jordan Grace saying, "Hey, you got next? Really? I say otherwise."
hmm Yeah, like it's a different ways that that moment itself. It could have been a match that serves purpose for one of those championships
And
that
then you
Stephanie's
got
holding.
Kalani Jordan, you got Fallon Henley, you got Tatum Paxton, a few other women on top of that. Again, like I said, as much we're gonna say this a lot, folks. Each division down there stacked.
Now I get it. This is on CW, so I'm probably overbooking here. But I feel like there was a match that probably went on too long that probably we could have like skimmed something down or somewhere. Again, the Ethan Page and
That's one you probably could have skimmed a little bit.
yeah,
Um, I would have liked to see the main event go a little bit longer. Me personally,
I clocked that. Remember, we talk about looking at the time. That match only had 10 minutes to spare.
And CW, they don't do overruns because again, in most cities, they got the news right afterwards.
The ending felt very rushed, bro. Like I'm looking at the time when they getting into their ending, it's like one something left on the clock because they
Huh.
changed it from the clock that shows you the real time to an actual timer. Like they had the timer on the hard cam showing how
Yeah,
much
because
time
that's
they
the time
got.
for the hard out. Because again, like I said, you got CW's got the news and other stuff that's already set to go on right
Mm-hmm.
before then.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a luxury of like a TBS, a USA, or a Netflix for that matter yet.
Which appropriately so, this match, as good as the Oba and Moose was, this was the right call to be the main event. It had that feel. It had that like importance of Triple H didn't cap in that promo when he said this is gonna change the division, the women's division going forward. Like we don't know what's happening with those two titles. Are they gonna cut back on one of those championships and maybe bring them tag team? Or like does we have one of those like style of matches, a one night 5 woman match to determine number one contender.
And here's kind of why I felt that after we talked about yesterday, as to like I said, it was kind of obvious that Stephen Jones was going to main event. Here's why I kind of believe that today on the NXT roster right now, aside from maybe a Tony D'Angelo or maybe Trick again, who else could you put in that title picture?
I mean,
Exactly.
we've been saying that the roster is deep, but we haven't been saying that it's top heavy. So don't mince our words. They got a lot of players down there, but are they all main event like you just suggested? Nah. And it's unfortunate to say that because we've attempted to put these players there, Trick versus Ethan, and it just wasn't recepted well. It was cool the first time to see Ethan. Oh wow, Ethan Page got an immediate.
And this is kind of why I feel like they would benefit from folks like a Finn or a Shinsuke back down there to put more star power in there. One, to beef up that main event scene for them down there to make it seem like more, oh, this is a big deal. We got a former NXT champion that's back down here to get his belt back.
You're gonna
We
hate
know
me
what he
for
can do. We
this.
got to step our shit up.
You're gonna hate me for this. But here's my bridge. Cody
Uh,
Rhodes,
elaborate.
Shawn Spears. They run shit and have Cody show up on NXT with him, have Shawn Spears show up with him on SmackDowns, and to see both, you gotta see one here, see the other there, see what they're gonna do on Tuesday nights, see what they're gonna do on Friday nights.
But you just put the North American belt on Spears.
That's even better. You got both champions. They could
But
both and
I'm talking about. So, are you pitching that maybe we have Spears as a double champ down the road?
nah.
Well, again, so again, on
I mean,
topic of Spears,
he could be NXT champion though. I think
but again, let's see.
he's been there. You know he's been there. He's kind of like that veteran. He doesn't have that household name of a Shinsuke. I give you that. He doesn't have that household name.
Who Spears?
Yeah, I don't think he
I
like
mean,
Todd Dillinger did.
I
The
was gonna say
Perfect 10.
we can argue the Perfect
Yeah,
10 had
yeah,
something,
yeah. In
but
the
again, that's
WWE
got the
world,
Vince
yeah,
sense on there.
right.
When okay, so with that being said, when do you pull the plug on Ricky? How long do you keep him down there?
I'm not gonna lie. Again, people gonna hate it. Why not have like a AEW de facto? It's not even don't even have to be AEW related. Just a nightmare, kind of like a homage to what they used to be friends in another company. You already
Well, again,
seen them on camera.
here's another problem with that. Tony Khan has the name trademark Nightmare Collective.
Yeah, Cody. I don't know why he allowed that, but if he don't got the
Well,
Nightmare Family or Nightmare Factory, then
yeah, again, Tony may own those names aside from the gym, but again, I see where we're going with that because again, two of the names that you could fit in there are Ethan Page and Lexus King.
and I think that'll be good for Cody's heel turn, cause all three of those guys, Ricky, Lexus, and Sean, all could play heel. I mean, two of them are already heels right
Even
now.
Ethan. You got four guys.
Naturals. Naturals. Spent most of their careers as bad guys, as douchebags. Like, come on.
And again, as much as we like to talk about history, Cody could essentially have his own horseman right there.
Come on.
You got Arn there. You got Tully back allegedly. Come on now.
They teased us a few months ago when when Cody went to NXT and was on camera with them guys.
Yeah, and they did the Spider-Man thing. Again, like I
Like,
said, it's right there. It's literally right there.
and how else do you put eyes on NXT with the young kids that
And
love
and,
Cody
and, uh, and,
Rhodes?
and imagine this: say you have Cody giving the proverbial rah-rah speech to these four men. Imagine after Cody has his speech, you hear a knock on the door.
Mm,
Enter not only Arn and Tully, but Flair.
that'd be crazy. Three of the four remaining living
Ooh, God
horsemen.
damn it! I'm getting chills again. Could you imagine? We see the limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun,
You know why to
and
be?
we all
I mean,
see the four.
again, he just said he wanted to make sure Cena don't get 17. If this could have all been swiftly
Flair has been on
implemented,
Twitter saying Cena's getting 17 over my goddamn dead body. Again, it's writing itself.
it sure is. It really is, though. It really is. So, I mean, I think that's a possible bridge right there to get more eyes on AEW. I said on AEW on NXT. I think tonight was like a little display of what we could get with a Worlds Collide. We got a taste of TNA versus NXT, which is why I think we got Jordan Grace versus um
Well, Jordan is technically
Roxanne.
signed to NXT now, but the match that I followed, I believe, which was Moose and Obafemi,
Yep,
a match that lived up to every single one of my expectations and then some.
bro. Oof.
And I told you, those some big son bitches right there. That's a lot of beef in that ring. Moose is every bit of like 6'6", 6'7".
You know what's crazy about Moose, and this is not even in a bad way. He doesn't even look like he belong in NXT.
He's a main
Like,
roster guy.
yes, like just the way his aura, his presence in that ring, way he was moving, doing things. I'm
And like I
like,
said, some
yeah.
folks just naturally have that about them. You can't physically explain it. They just have that it factor to them.
And I could only imagine that, he had a hand in wanting to put Oba over too, because I forgot where it was. I think it might have been Booker or somebody said that he wanted to work with Zilla, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Moose. And they were like, yeah, I know about Zilla. So like Moose is keeping an eye on, he got his finger on the pulse of who's hot out here. So this was a good look for both of them right here. A better look for Obafemi, because I'm gonna be honest, like Obafemi,
Because you went shot for shot and then some with a former world champion.
let's be clear, Obafemi just got the hell of an endorsement tonight before
Oh
this
yeah, he did.
match.
This solidified him as, again, this man is the future.
The man got the endorsement from the American Badass, the Phenom, the Dead Man.
Hold on. I was waiting to ask. I want to know how that resonated with that crowd, because when we saw in that hallway and Taker's looking him dead in the eyes saying, "I don't need to tell you how big this match is," but what got me was him telling him, "Go defend your yard."
Yeah.
That right there, I'm like, "Oh shit, we about to see a fight."
Bro. Again, giving him that endorsement, giving him that head nod. Like, you don't see Undertaker just go down to NXT and tell that to anybody. Yo, I see what you're doing.
We last person we saw was for what, Braun, and look at what Braun's at today.
That's what I'm saying. Like Obafemi, he kind of did like he took a gradual leap. Like we've been keeping our eye on the brother when ever since he threw Wesley out the air and we just seen Wesley fly half across the ring. We knew about it
Saw the
since.
man fly 100 feet.
We knew about it since. But
But also,
it's
let's
geared
not
up
take
now,
away that fall from grace is a work of art.
man, bro. Talk
If he
about
can
it.
do that to Moose, I want to see him hit that on Bronson Reed. I want to see him hit that on Braun Strowman. I think his big ass can hit that with ease.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's not real.
And I'm be honest, I gotta appreciate NXT for the weirdest thing, and that's they breakable announce table. We got reinforced announce tables on the main roster, so it was refreshing to see somebody go through the table again.
Been a while since we've seen that.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. When he put him up for the chokeslam, I thought the table wasn't gonna break at first, just cause like the last few weeks I've been seeing the table sturdy. I seen that thing go through, but I think everybody jumped up to their feet. For real, I'm beyond.
But
It's
but
one of
again,
those
also
moments.
with respects to the new W tables, maybe someone ain't strong enough just yet.
Mm,
Just maybe because we've seen a lot of the smaller folks attempt moves. No, you need some beef to put a body through there.
man. It's gonna be one of those special moments never before. That's also what I like about the new tables though, because it's creating kind of like a fake a lore or a story to it where like that table's not breakable. So when somebody does break it, like
It's
you
a
said, it's gonna
wall
create the
basically.
yeah, that's gonna create the only holy shit moment. Like whoa,
Uh-huh.
that thing gave away.
And
But
especially you'll have someone like Cole or even Barrett saying, "We got a new table for a reason. This wasn't supposed to happen."
I wanted to get your what match did Corey Graves sound more enthusiastic? Was it throughout the start of the night?
Throughout the whole
Did it?
show, he seemed more enthusiastic, but definitely picked up from this match moving forward. To where again, there was certain times where me personally, Vic Joseph really wasn't popping up, and Corey kind of like stepped in and said, "All right, I got you. I'm gonna step in."
Now, can I play devil's advocate? Now, I don't okay. He was doing the LFG show right beforehand. Can you think that could have played a part?
Graves
Because no,
or Vic?
Vic. Cause remember he got to do that with Jeremy Borash. He's on the commentating for LFG,
Hmm.
and he's calling that action 2 straight matches of
I
that.
mean, it's possible he could have got some fatigue, but I think he's done long shows himself.
Okay,
I
cause
I could be mistaken.
I know like on Raw the other night, I don't know who was calling the action, but after they was done with the main event and speed matches, that's when Michael Cole and Pat McAfee came out. Like it might have been Byron Saxton or whoever they got calling main events. I don't know who the hell they
I'm
got
not certain
calling
who
main
does speed
events.
to be honest, because usually I'm just watching him on Twitter without the audio.
Yeah, so whoever I didn't even glance to the table to see who was over there, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. Maybe Vic got a little
But
fatigue, maybe was
there's
tired.
a more noticeable like pep in Graves today, which was refreshing to see because again, when he's on his game, he's hands down one of the best in the business. And
I
him
mean,
and Booker, that back and forth with them because they're both naturally they could be assholes. It's perfect.
nah, Corey Graves. I think he's starting to like edge out Vic over here. Like I like Vic, but Corey and Booker, I like their dynamic. Just them two kinda, and like Vic could be like the third one throwing in whatever, but them two maining, I think I like that.
I'd be very curious to see maybe a pairing, maybe again, maybe for Saturday's main event of maybe Graves and Jesse. That'd be fun to listen to.
Mm,
I'm just saying.
that'd be different right there. Did you catch a spot? Cause somebody was telling me that during this Obafemi match and Moose that maybe one of the cameramen might have gotten tired. They did like an extra zoom in somewhere during the match. Did you happen to catch that?
I thought he got nicked.
Yeah, like,
Like maybe like he was in the spot whatever, and someone called an audible. He was at the wrong place, and I thought he kind of got spooked or some whatever. I don't know what the fuck happened. I thought he was trying to just avoid getting hit, and then we got that shit happening.
So from where I was sitting, there was like no cameraman next to them for like it was just kind of weird. Like, and then when I was told, I was like, yeah, I kind of seen it, but I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought like maybe we seen it and they was fixing it on TV, like one of those kind of situations. But yeah, I mean, if you saw it, you
No,
saw
there's
it.
definitely an awkward spot in the show, but again, like I don't know what you could attest it to, but like I said, I my initial thought was either A, he was trying to get the health away because he was about to get laid the fuck out on accident, or two, they were gonna do a certain spot and they audible to something else because they were just going off what the crowd was doing.
But that match delivered. We got Obafemi picking up the victory, retaining his
And that,
NXT championship.
with again with a very impressive fall from grace.
Man, bro, the fact that he picking, like you said, he's picking that guy Moose up like that is just
Now
Moose is
again,
no
Moose
small fella
Moose is
either, bro.
athletic as well. So again, like he got some hops too, but still just that visual of him just being hoisted in the air and then just coming down was a
hmm
beautiful thing to see.
Then we move on to the next match. We get Ethan Page versus Javon Evans in the street fight. Tell me a little bit how you felt about this match, cause I seen it in person and it was so chaotic. It had me on my feet. There was so many spots that went to the outside, and it calls for us to be on our feet. How I felt like watching from home.
And again, the match was electric overall. It kind of almost makes me wish the match at Vengeance Day never happened because this was so much better than what that was. You know, the match where I guess there was I don't know if it was a section where they're talking about and even the commentary they're still talking about the story of Javon having the broken jaw, still selling that, and they had the previous match to where if he gets hit in the jaw, then it's on him. He can't really say this, that, or the third. So had that match never happened, I would have enjoyed this one that much more. I still enjoyed it, but I think the story of the broken jaw almost ruined it for me.
Yeah, it did for me too because it was cool trying to see them be creative, but it took away from like again, I didn't have to see them go at it 3 times and not under them circumstances.
Yeah, and like I said, you could have did away with the second one, which again it's fine, but this match was outstanding. From again, like I said, it was chaos from start to finish. Again, just I said this before. We need to have Javon Evans and Montez Ford have a contest to see who got the most hops. Throwing Randy Orton for shits and giggles because
Them
Javon
spots
was
were
just
crazy today.
flying
Yeah.
from that. I'm gonna just go in and call it arc through that table, whatever. That was incredible. To him diving again and overshooting the announce table. And again, let's throw a fourth person for that hops contest. Let's see who got more hops out of Javon Evans and Braun Breaker. Because both of them can clear that announce table from halfway across the ring, and we've seen it. And even that spot to where Javon was going from the top corner, he turns into that punch was amazing. Even when they did the replay in slow motion, I was like, wow. A part of me wishes that because it was a street fight, maybe we would have saw the brass knucks and Booker would have called it the power of the punch or something like back in the day. But that's just me
hmm
nitpicking.
Now listen, when he overshot the springboard into the table, bro. I don't know what type of time they was on. I'm be honest. Like they was on tear the roof down type of time.
Yeah, they saw that tag team match beforehand. They saw what Moose was doing, all that. Again, that whole show felt like a PLE, and each
Bro.
match was top that, top that, top that,
It really did
and
feel like that.
and this street fight was borderline the show stealer because again we just saw everything.
Bro, that shit took the show right there, like you saying.
But let me ask you this: Did the well? It's a two-part question. One, do you think this program's over? And two, did the right person win?
Hmm. Is the
Because it seems
feud
like
over?
they got Javon paid to either go after the North American title or maybe even have another crack at Obafemi.
Alright, so I'm gonna go based off of what I seen. What I seen was Javon Evans standing tall. He got his payback. He hit a cutter on Ethan Page. It doesn't justify the broken jaw, but damn near you tried to take the man out. You hit him with a cutter through the head, through the chair. How'd you feel? Like that was crazy. But he took that spot. I think, and then we see the group. What's the group's name?
We don't know yet.
We see our boys. Um, man, they came down. One of them came down right in the aisle I was at, bro. It was so crazy. Like you can't. I went back and seen it. You can't see me there. You can see my wifey there. So I'll point it out to you later. But bro, that was just like he crept up, bro. I thought it was a fan, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like just because of the timing people was on that day, like last night, bro. I thought it was a fan, bro. Like crawling down the stairs, bro. Up until he stood mid, he stood where we was at, and I'm like, oh nah, I already know what's about to happen. Then the lights went out. So to answer your part and not make this too long-winded, I think they move on from that feud, and I do think that the right person won. I just don't know what we do with Ethan Page from here. Like it gotta just be straight. Obviously he's a heel, so it gotta be straight dickery, straight timing. Like I want to see him on straight just chicanery, costing anybody for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like he gotta be grimy. He fought
Yep.
a somewhat, because it's a street fight, right? He could have got dirty. You didn't do nothing overly crazy to win the match. You lost. It came down to Javon just being more vicious than you. You need to just find your sleazeball bag now.
So
Cause
all we know is that it's, let's see, it's Osiris Griffin, Dion Lennox, Cutler James, and Saquon Sugars, if I'm
so
pronouncing the
say
name right.
Saquon, that's the brother that was by us
Uh huh.
that went down. Yep.
But again, what the hell is their name? Because I'm kind of getting a little fickle about them comparing this to Retribution.
Sure. I mean, they might as well just be whipped for now. Work in progress. Facts. But I'm not gonna lie, that is my fear with them. They giving off a retribution vibe more than anything. Like, I hate to say it, because why you gotta have similar mass, like similar
Well, the Shield had those
remnants?
masks too in the early days.
This is why the retribution didn't work, in my opinion. Y'all tried to go down the same and couldn't replicate. It's like kind of go away from that. It's kind of like why Ryback didn't. Well, not Ryback. Skip Sheffield didn't work. He came out looking like Austin, wearing a vest, just put a cowboy hat on. Fuck it, right?
And then you tried to turn him into Goldberg, and then he almost killed CM Punk.
Oh my. Goldberg with Rob Van Dam's outfit, literally. Ryback X RVD, can he use his designer?
Hmm.
Which that's how I know we be on point as wrestling fans, because we could say some shit like that, like, oh, it looked like his outfit. And
Do
then
my eyes deceive me?
he'll confirm that shit. Ah, hold on, I had to walk
We,
back.
the man who no longer fears aliens has arrived.
My father said, I'm screaming. What's the word, Say?
When I
My
was
brother in the
younger.
building.
What's up, man? I'm fresh back from outer space. I got an alien head with me in this crib. I don't even know if this shit's.
I peeped that he went and got some bodies.
Yeah, what's up, fellas, man? I seen my brothers live, man. I know I was supposed to be here yesterday, but I was fresh off. You know what I mean? So I just give myself some time to reset.
It's
But I
all
just want to
good.
say, nigga, HD is a goat. This nigga just MSG is just regular, just MSG for Roman. Huh? It's just it's regular. Just add that to the many things we've done. You know,
We are the
just regular.
unofficial tribal council.
Right,
Man,
right. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm
the
glad I
blessings.
caught y'all before y'all got off air. I just want to definitely want to tap in, man. I'm back. Got fucking free time. I'm back. Got some free time again. I'm back. I'm on
Hell yeah.
recess. Listen, man. Listen, I just want to say this, man. Triple H and them niggas said, let's stop playing. Let's just stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop playing here. Let's get to the shits, man. They got a main event. Day one, the main event is set. Am I tripping?
It's looking like it. We just kind of had that conversation where does the main event have to be the Royal Rumble winner, the Elimination Chamber winner? Like right now, like the Elimination Chamber winner is John Cena, so it's looking like he's gonna main event over the Royal Rumble winner.
Ain't it funny how like I remember like early in the year watching a lot of PLEs we watched together. They had a little run where they was Triple H and triple threatening it a lot. We was a little like, man, I
Yep.
triple threaten us to death, triple threaten us to death, triple threaten. Man, if it's one triple threat I need in my life, I need
Yeah.
that CM Seth versus Roman Mania World Watching box
And
office
I've been
50,
waiting for your ass to pull
60,000.
up for this very
I
reason.
need it.
I've
I
been
need it.
telling you for the
Yeah.
last year, Roman about to spin the block and beat the dog shit out of Seth Rollins.
That's another thing. It's a lot of things that niggas said that came into fruition yesterday with that everything. Like, and listen, they got me. I know people. A lot of people like to say, "Oh, I seen it coming up." They got me. That match was so good that when Seth was sitting there, I really thought he was like just sitting there. Like I heard the people, but I didn't think it was gonna happen like that. Like when he got
Mm.
snatched out the ring. You feel what I'm saying? When I seen Roma, I was genuinely shocked. Like, oh shit, it is the boy. That's the God. Like it's time.
So let me ask you this, Snakes. When you first saw the hair before the actual pullout, did you think
Mm-hmm.
it could have been Drew for a split second?
Oh no. Once I see the hair, I kind of like because that pop was too much of a. That's a godlike pop. You know what I'm saying? That was a
Fair
godlike
point.
pop. So you knew it was somebody of significance. You probably knew it was wrong, but like when you see him, like, hold on, he really coming to do this tonight. He said he cracking it off tonight. That was amazing. That was one of the best endings to Raw in a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's going in the books. That's gonna be an episode niggas don't forget. You know what I'm
That might have been
saying?
the
Like,
best Raw I ever seen at the Garden. That I ever went to at the Garden.
take
No
it there. You
bullshit.
feel me? Right. Listen, I
Well,
don't know all the shows and shit like that, but I'm sure that gotta go up there.
Of
Has to.
significance, of
according to
remember,
Michael
like,
Cole,
yeah.
this is the 15th Raw at the Garden and the first steel cage match on Raw in 10 years.
I was
Now I
gonna
say
say
it
like,
like I went to a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie, I only went to like two Raws at the Garden. The rest been at the Barclays Center for some weird reason. Like they don't be going to the Garden. We spoke about it, Razor. They do those live Madison Square Garden Christmas holiday
Yep.
season specials. Snakes, let's go spend our money shows. You heard? They throw those
It's Christmas, go to the
like
Garden.
they'll go put those out there for us. You feel me? But the
I just feel
Raws,
like
yeah,
they're going like pro wrestling is really like at its finest right now. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Like I feel like Triple H and WWE like they really hitting it out the park right now. Like they playing with everybody's emotions. They got everybody shit high to the roof. Like just that whole the Seth and Roman was enough. Like already like Razor saying that whole shit. So it's like the pull out. Seth like hold up what? Like oh really?
I
Superman
thought you
punch.
was dead.
Superman punch put you down. Oh shit! Like really rock Seth. Seth like oh shit. Oh shit.
And then the
Spear.
curb stomp from the heavens.
Bro, the curb stop. I didn't even expect the curb stop. I never seen Roman do that. I've never seen Roman
Yeah.
do that. So when seeing Roman line him up like that, I'm like, oh nah. Then even when they put him on the steel steps, I'm like, oh nah, Roman want to kill him. Roman want to kill him. This is really it's no coming back now. We getting
And
it's
then
no coming back.
and after he lays out Seth, he turns the shoulder. He
Bro,
sees CM
the
Punk
camera
in the
work.
arms of
The
Paul
camera,
Heyman.
the camera work. The camera work was
Uh,
chef's kiss. Cause I didn't know Paul Heyman was there.
Yeah, he
until
came.
Yeah,
the
I texted
eyes,
SG. I'm like, where the fuck Heyman come from?
the eyes of Roman, and you could tell everybody. You could tell like because Paul Heyman gets like, oh Paul, like when the camera finally seen him like in the ring and niggas seen it was him really reply. That's when you start hearing the grass of the people because I feel like everybody was looking at what Roman was doing to Seth, like trying to kill him. So I don't know how Paul slipped in the ring slick and did that, but his ass was ended up in the ring. When the eyes of Roman and when you seen that, the vision, the camera cut, it was like. I ain't know Roman was gonna crack it off on Punk like that though. Like, you know what? Man, stop playing, man. Like when he did that, I'm like, nah,
I
this
thought
is
he was
this.
gonna hit Paul Heyman at first.
Yo, nah. When he threw CM Punk, the CM Punk is already he's out of it, bro. He has no fight right now.
The
You
man
feel
was
me?
out cold, damn near.
He's done. Roman, like, you know what? Fuck it. You feel me? Cage,
You getting it
spear.
too.
Yeah, fuck you niggas. Like you and Seth,
When
like
you wake
both
up,
of y'all
remember I
niggas.
laid your ass out.
That
Both of y'all
finishing
niggas.
blow right there.
So
Facts.
we now, like we was talking about, like I forgot which one said the favor from CM Punk. We now know what this favor is officially.
Or he's
This can't
having
be
an
no
idea
fade
what it
between
is.
Seth and Roman. There's no one-on-one fade with them.
The contract is null
I
and
need
void.
that. I need that. Or CM Punk might bring that violence to Paul, like how Solo and them did him. I'll turn on my own wise man just to get my hands on your current client.
Mm.
You
Like
know
I was
that
talking
first
about
that
last
when
night.
CM Punk get on the mic, the next oh my god, that's the CM Punk resets. With CM Punk, when we see that CM Punk Monday Raw roll out, this is gonna be one of the best on mic
Okay.
segments promos in a long time. He
So,
get to
so real
really
quick,
leash lash out on Roman for real and all that now.
real quick, Snakes, you got the memo that the next few Raws are going to be on at 3 p.m. your time, right? Because they're going to be in the UK.
Yeah, HD was telling me these is gonna
Yeah.
be in countries I don't know how to spell.
Starting this Friday, but next Monday they going. That's the
Oh,
Raw
yeah, they're
as
in
well.
Spain on Friday. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's fire. But I didn't know. I seen they got seen in Cody under one roof. Is that a real flyer or is that made up?
No, next Monday for the first time since Chamber, Cena and Cody are going to be in the same building.
So I won't listen, man. This is the Mania. This is what we call the Mania rollout, right? We're
I'm a
going
little bit
into
with Snakes here. Why they had to announce that though? I
with
want to
the
get some. I want to be
Announce what?
surprised a little bit. Like,
and last night shows the beauty. Then all year we talk about how Twitter and all these platforms be trying to kill it. I feel like Triple H been pulling a fast one on some of the media platforms too.
hell yeah.
Like throwing a little bait out. Oh yeah, take that. Y'all take anything. Oh da da. Boom, Alexa Bliss. Like it's just certain shit. Like we're not gonna give y'all everything. K-fake is still important. Like let's cover. Like let's not blow everything. Like come on. Like why is everybody like? So I agree with that. Like because Roman coming yesterday and not knowing you get the unnatural emotions, no music, no theme. Like you know what I mean? You could have got the Roman. Dum, but like
That's what I
without the
wanted. I ain't gonna lie.
but the feel of without it, when you just see him, that's that
Hmm.
old feel back in the days. Like,
Mhm.
It
oh
was that.
shit,
Oh shit. Yeah.
yeah,
It
that's
was
that.
that.
That's the emotions
It
we
was
want.
that.
That's the emotions you want as a fan, for real. Honestly, like it's okay to go away from the usual, the normal we doing, and like surprise us. Like let's have real natural surprises. Like
So
Yeah,
I
let me
cause
love
let me
like
ask
that.
the.
you this question.
Hmm.
So because like, you touched on the rollout with Cena and Cody next week, who's really calling the shots? Is it Triple H or is it Rock?
Hmm.
'Cause a lot of people think that there could be some type of power struggle down the road. Because yes, Triple H is the CEO, whatever his current title is, but Rock technically is above Triple H. Rock is best friends with the guy who now owns WWE. His
Yo, bro,
childhood friend is the guy
Rock got
that
the
brought
best writer.
Fox to Triple H.
The Rock got the best writer in the game,
Mr. Brian Gewirtz.
hands down.
I
Every
do.
every story, yeah, every storyline the Rock is involved in, Brian got a hand. He got hands on.
I
So
do
Snake,
feel
did you
like
hear
it's a
that
lot
story
we could
that
do. It's a lot they could do here from now to WrestleMania
Snake, did
with
you hear that story that the
with
decision to
these three
turn Cena
brothers.
heel was made during the show of Chamber?
Who?
There was a story that me and HD learned about that the decision to turn Cena heel was made that night during the show at Chamber.
Are we gonna get like a behind the curtain like documentary part one like they did Excel? No, I'm saying like in order for
It
that to
feel
come
that way,
around.
bro. It
It feels
feel
like
that
we
way.
get we get
It
something,
feel
but
that
again,
way, bro.
they
But if
wouldn't
you
put that
but
out just for shits and
I would
giggles.
I would be kind of surprised if Cena's last year wasn't being documented. You know what I mean? Like he has to be getting documented his whole run. So yeah, this we might see a
Absolutely.
behind the curtain. Who knows? After Mania, son, they give us a part one, and they can
What
see
if at
that
the end of
like
the year he's not really retiring? He wants to stick around for a little longer.
he has to stay around. Listen, Cena's gonna beat Cody for the belt, and he's gonna have the belt going into the next WrestleMania, and that's gonna be his real run. Like, and he's gonna be corporate. He's
Yo,
gonna be evil, and it's gonna be some shit. Roman
I'm
and
not.
Cena, all that's coming. I feel it. All
All
that's
the
coming.
greats done came back. Jordan came back for another season. Tom Brady came back for another season. Like you name them, they done
How,
probably came back
Casey, how
for
many times
Brett
Terry Funk
Favre.
retired?
You feel me? Like
Hey, they talk
Rick,
about
Ric
Brady
Ric Flair
coming
Flair,
back.
retired
They
at
talk about Brady
WrestleMania,
coming back
pulled up at
again.
Mick
TNA 3 weeks
Foley.
later.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like we thought it was over for Brady. He like, nah, I'm back.
Right.
He could
And this
easily
makes me.
pull
This
one of
honestly
those.
makes me go back to like even the WrestleMania when Cody kind of won, and we was just seeing Paul Heyman and all them talking, and they was just talking about like we haven't seen anything yet. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they used to tell us that like we haven't seen anything yet. And I feel like right now, whatever inning we're in, they're throwing wild curveballs now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit is heating up. Like for
As it
real.
should be though, for real.
Yeah,
Like,
not facts.
cause again, I hate to say, I was telling Razor this the other day. Like, they could tell us that things are going as planned, which that sound cool, but then Triple H wouldn't be saying the shit like this. Does it feel like WrestleMania now? Like they hear us, they see the shit, and I like how they adjust to like whether it is in the plan. But so y'all don't want to wait no more. All right, we're gonna give it to you, Elimination Chamber right here.
I just
Cause
love how they're not afraid to get petty with certain dirt sheet riders now.
I mean, fuck it, rebuke the
Yeah,
information. Like
it's
it
like y'all
makes
want to
for better
badmouth us, whatever.
documentaries.
Y'all want to glaze the folks in Jacksonville. All right, well, guess what? We're gonna call you on your bullshit.
Look, at the
Like
end
we're
of the
not gonna
day,
act like Royal Rumble didn't feel better this year because we didn't know the entries. Like last year, it's like we got a whole Raw with these balls and these pinballs and everybody walking to Adam Pearce's office, and it's like you're number 10, and it's like we know everybody number going into the Rumble. Was like, oh, this is the person's coming number 10. Oh, they got like this year we didn't know nothing. I didn't know who was coming out first. I didn't know who was coming out last.
you know how they could
That's
have
why
saved
that
that
Penta
shit,
that
Snakes.
Penta moment felt good with Ray because you know what I'm saying like.
You know how they saved that? Because they used to do it like this back in the day. They pull out the number, look, don't say nothing. They'll either
On Sunday Night
smile,
Heat.
Right, make a facial expression, and
hey,
you be like, "Oh, like you got to guess what he probably got." Yeah,
yeah, I'm with
exactly.
you there, saying, oh, I
Mhm.
got number 7, and then you really see him come out 7. It's like, damn, what are we
Come on,
doing here? Like,
come on.
Or my personal favorite, you see Eddie pull that number out, bump
Like,
shoulders with Ric Flair, take his number and his wallet.
how does it feel if we like, how does it feel before we already know it's going to be the rollout of all of them back to back, the Rollins, the like how they did it with all of them back to back. It felt like when you heard every theme moves in Pac, it was like this nigga come on, and then here come Dominic Mysterio, boo. Like imagine if we knew that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Nah, it hit different with us not knowing it. Our emotions is wild high. All these legends coming
Yeah,
out. Here come Dominic. Just fucked up and fucked us up. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. That's having a pulse on the people and controlling our emotions live on a spot. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
That's
they're
how you
supposed to be the puppet
that's how Triple
masters.
H wants it. I know that's gotta be how they want it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I feel like they got to post on the Twitter your verse more, and I feel like they're paying attention more, and they getting ahead of like you said, them corny ass writers just trying to fuck they shit up. Like, nah, we run this and we got this and we got y'all. Just be patient. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Let us work. We know what we doing.
The
Like, you know
dirt
what I'm
sheets,
saying?
they get paid off like making up fake news. They getting monetized through all the fake clicks and all. So I don't blame the actual writers for coming out and saying, nah, y'all saying some bullshit. That's
Dave
not
Meltzer is
facts.
charging folks
Listen, the same way the
$15 a
NBA
month.
For a
got that,
paywall.
same way the NBA I seen get that damn NBA Centel page cracked out of here. We need to get, listen, Triple H, put that muscle, get them fake pages out of here that be doing too much. Yeah, get them shits
Yeah,
out
they
of
getting
here.
monetized for fake news. And I personally don't support that. I
Mm-hmm.
support if you giving me, oh, there's an injury report. Oh, this person contract might have ran out. I might read though, but in terms of reading just pure bullshit and just like nah, that's bad clickbait
Or so
business
and so
right
is
there.
gonna now be on this show.
Yeah,
Right.
giving
I
up
do
this
have a
the
theory though that Roman won't win this triple threat. He won't be the victor
mm, okay.
because it will be a big somebody's coming. Somebody's coming that day.
I'm
Mm.
Somebody
thinking he
major
won't
is going
even be
to
involved in the decision.
say it again.
I'm thinking Roman won't even be involved in the decision, so the pinfall will be between Seth and Punk.
Right, like he'd be taken out by then or some shit like that. Unfortunately, it's gonna be
Mm.
Seth and Rollins get that fade again. But I don't know. Like I'm just thinking about like the bloodline members. Like I don't know how they're gonna tie into all this shit with them three. But like it's Solo and all them. Like they ain't just this shit ain't over with them either. Like it's still smoke. You got
Hmm.
Hikaleo
Like
and them on the way.
what
Like
side of the
let's
fence
it's a
is
lot.
Solo on?
It's a lot. Like yeah, who's side so exactly? Who's the rest of the Rock members with the corporate? We ain't even see the first rollout since they
A,
did this.
a
We ain't
lot of
seen the
folks are
first.
speculating maybe Randy might be the next ace in the Rock's sleeve.
I feel like to make that shit epic, it gotta be like we gotta hurt y'all fans some more. We gotta take somebody else y'all love. You know what I'm saying? And hit y'all again.
Hmm.
Like Randy, how do you boys? Yeah, that'll hurt them. They love that nigga. Oh
Bring
my
back
god.
ball header
Yo,
because Randy
Randy
Orton's getting
music,
ready to start
yo,
punting my bugs in
Randy
the head
shit
again.
is Randy shit is almost up there with Jey Uso shit. Like if Randy was younger, like with this the way they scream that nigga music word for word, that shit is goosebumps. That shit give me that rock shit, like for real. I ain't gonna lie. They talk to me. Like, yeah, that shit's powerful. I ain't gonna lie. If he turned on the people, they would be crying. I ain't gonna lie, Randy. But he's been healed though. Randy used to play in that role. He's been that guy
Yeah,
before.
but Randy was able to reach that rare
Bro, who's
level of heel to where he was
I just noticed your T-shirt, by the
legitimately
way, too.
hated by folks.
I just noticed your T-shirt, Razor. You're different. Like we need to just like
Cody
every
sucks eggs.
episode, it got to be like, yeah, it got to be like what shirt you got on today because it's something.
Oh,
Cody
I got
sucks
some more on
egg
the way.
shirt is crazy. Look at my nigga H. the
Oh, and Snakes, you also forgot the other. Oh, wait. Yo,
chill,
where my shit at?
yo,
Hold on,
nigga really
chill,
said
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
chill.
You missed the grand piece of resistance.
yo,
Oh
nah,
yeah, he got them
the yeet
joints
blue
too.
minds,
Yeah.
bro. This nigga funny. Yo, bro, sorry. So now let me ask you a question, H. How did that feel? Um, Jey Uso coming out first, like, how was that experience being part of that, like, Yeet entrance, bro? Like, there in the garden.
It's really dope, bro. Like again, I was like, let's say I'm sitting here, he came down the aisle right over there, like just the
Mm-hmm.
next aisle. So I'm literally watching that shit, yeeting with one hand, camera in the other. I probably ain't even catch him because I'm just like all over the place, like you know what I'm saying. It was one of those. It was really a vibe, bro. I'm not gonna lie. What I didn't
Nah.
enjoy though, and I said this to Razor yesterday, he should not have been in no competitive match with Grayson Waller. They letting him get offense in on Jey Uso. I understand the underdog story, but I don't know. I would rather have Jay maybe ran over Waller in this instance, just leading up to WrestleMania. You know, just
Or like I said,
give us
maybe
that.
have Theory interrupt or the DQ. Then, if you wanted to still do that stuff with Alpha Academy, have them run out, and then have Gunther smoke all of them.
I ain't gonna lie, Gunther has been putting that nigga Jay out with that sleeper hole.
Hmm.
Straight to sleep. It's been a couple of weeks. Jay put to sleep by that bed. Like,
Hey, Gunther
Gunther's a
said, "You give him
savage.
10 weeks of hell."
And it's like, yeah, I know that we expect Jay to win, but like, Jay got to win in like you see how like Sami Zayn pulled off a insane
Hmm.
turnbuckle power driver type move on Gunter that stunned his life.
Hmm
Can Jay pull off a move like that?
Just a super kick, I feel like, and
It's
then
got
a
to be more
spear.
than just a super kick and a spear. It's got to
Like,
be more
look
Yeah.
than
what it
that.
took for Sammy to get the advantage. Like a move that we didn't. I haven't seen no move like that since.
So let me ask you this: do we see any aid from Big Jim?
Nah, I don't think Jay won it like that. Will help from Big
But
Jim.
again, He's gonna need some type of legitimate like aid.
I
Does
feel
he
like
though?
I feel like um I feel like that match is gonna get real dirty. It's gonna be all over the place. It might hit the stands. It might, you know what I mean. It might get real, and that type of shit could probably work to Jay advantage. You know what I mean? Like a couple things outside the ring that could hurt Gunter, weaken him. But straight up, I don't think Jay has enough to just beat Gunter straight up. Cause it's like what, like me personally, I'm watching leading up. It's like I haven't seen anything that can show me like this is how he's gonna do it when it comes time. I know Gunter got moves that could put it. It's game over. He get that sleep on you, it's game over. So don't show me Gunter put him in that sleep at WrestleMania, and now now he kicks out of the sleeper. Now he's stronger than Gunter's sleeper. He pushes out the sleeper. Like, don't do that to
What?
us.
Okay, so
Don't do that to
what if
us. Don't do
Gunter?
that to Gunter. Don't do that. Please don't do
Okay, so
that.
what if Gunter doesn't go for the sleep? What if he just tries to just get cheesy and go with the power bomb?
Yeah, like Jay faked the sleep. Like, oh, he faked him like he went to sleep and got up. Like, don't do that to me, please.
I
If
mean,
Jay beat him in dramatic fashion, I just want to know, like, I want Jay to go outside his body for this match, not just super kicks, not just I want to see some new things revealed. I would like to see him get a little different. You know what I mean?
I hate to be this guy, y'all. Yeah, I hate to be
Uh-oh.
this guy. We seen
Uh-oh.
Goldberg tweet, "I am back." Is
Hmm.
Goldberg one that can help Jay? I know you said Jay might not want that help. He might want to
Again,
get it
he's
on his
going to need
own.
something.
But this is
He's gonna need
legendary
something.
hand. This is a legendary hand helping you. But you know what I mean? Like
How about
that make the
this?
difference.
Luke Kaiser turn.
Ludwig would be an interesting one.
Luke Kaiser turn on Gunther at WrestleMania. Because
But again,
I feel like Luke
would
Kaiser's
that be enough?
trajectory is going up, and he's being shown like, yo, he's a great talent. But I don't. It's not no trigger pulled on him yet. I feel like a moment like that kicks him into a whole nother realm after WrestleMania. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like you went against your, it's something that, you know what I mean? Already. That's just an idea. Like we talking about like somebody that could come and kind of help Jay. Somebody could probably come in the match, and then Luke Kaiser come out to help Gunther. Then they get into it, and then Kaiser just goes at Gunther, like some shit like that. Just
Now
turns
is
on
the
him.
time for them to re-sign Giovanni Vinci.
Mm.
Sign
Something.
Giovanni Vinci.
Him and Luda put them back together.
I'm crying. Where yo Giovanni Vinci ain't he on NXT?
He's fired. He's released.
Oh, they released him. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
he
had
was
him
in
on
that. He was in that
SmackDown.
random crop of release of the guy a month or so ago.
Right. Nah, I'm definitely tuned into every Raw, every fucking leading up now. It's lit.
Man,
It's
two
must see.
things. They didn't show Pensa last night, but I seen him. Snakes, Pensa, fire in person, bro.
Down to
Entrance,
earth, real nigga.
bro, fire, all that.
That's dope.
Second, how you feel about that mass luchador? You seen that? The
I
mass
don't know who that is,
luchador?
but that nigga's elite. Who is that? Whoever that Hurricanrana, fresh off the fan shit, was smooth as a fuck. Is that Ray
Hey, so
Phoenix?
we went on a whole ass rabbit hole and a half last night trying to figure out who the fuck it is.
Wait, so we could be able to spot everybody's y'all niggas all that's wrestling fanatics. That's more than me. That know
Oh,
everybody
we
archetype and
jumped
body
down the bro.
structure.
We went down the yeah.
Nobody
We
figured
went to
out
the
who
high,
that was
We
yet.
went all over the world.
bro. So
So
we
that
went
didn't look
down
like
this
Ray
far.
Phoenix?
Ray Phoenix is how
Phoenix is a
tall?
little bit
5'10",
bulkier
and
than
he's five
Gable.
what? 5'10".
Yeah, but Phoenix
So
got some weight on him. I
Wait,
Ray
was
that may
Mysterio
be
thinking,
like a
is
new
five.
wrestler that's coming up, like that's fresh off the like
well, HD had a good theory of maybe an Axiom or something like that because we never seen his face before.
who?
Axiom from NXT,
The
That's
tag
but
team
Axiom
champion.
Axiom?
he's got
Yeah,
a European accent.
Axiom? Nah, that's not Axiom.
Well, because we're thinking based off of the body fit build, because it's
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
leaner guy, a little bit leaner than Gable, so we're trying to do process elimination.
Yeah.
I was thinking this dude from Mexico named Hijo del Vikingo, who has done
Yo,
stuff with
boy,
AW,
hold
but
on.
I think he's got with a broken leg
Hold
again.
on, brother. You can't just slide past that was a lot you just do on me, brother.
What, the name
What was
Eagle
his
of
brother name
Vikingo?
from Ego? Ego, what? Like, nah, your scouting is out this world, bro. Cause like, who is that, brother?
So no, Vikingo, he's a dude that honestly he might be one of the fastest guys in the world as far as wrestling. You
Right.
thought Ricochet's quick with that little 630 senton. I think Vikingo might be quicker than that. But the thing with him is, I think he's got another knee surgery, so he might be out for a minute again.
Wait, so
So
look,
it
so let
kind
me
of
get
rules
this
him
right. Is
out.
this person is a Chad Gable's affiliate though, right?
It seems like it.
It
What
looks
if
like
it
it, yeah.
really Ray Phoenix? Like that was Ray Phoenix debut right there. Like what? Like
Unless Phoenix
That was
dropped
fire.
like
That was
30,
cold.
40 pounds.
If that was a cold way to like sprinkle him. You know what I mean? Because those moves were smooth as hell. Like those is not no
Mhm.
rookie moves.
Well, the
Those
German
is
not so
cold.
much, but still.
Now the delayed suplex. Nah, that was fire. Everybody don't do that. That delayed, like hold the nigga, like that's like the only them Olympic niggas, like Cable, them type dudes. Like everybody don't do that for a small nigga that size. Like I ain't think you could do that shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
but I said
nah.
if it is Phoenix, that would be crazy. But again, like he'd have to drop a good amount of weight to even
Who knows?
have
Probably
that
got the
type of like
haircut. Probably
frame.
got a little cut some hair off. Who knows? Like you know what I mean? Switched up the look. But yeah, they gotta reveal that. Who the hell that? But they're gonna reveal him
I
at
was thinking like,
WrestleMania, right?
what if Gable pulling a deep fake where he got somebody running around in that mask, but it's eventually gonna be Gable under the mask. But like he could play
Okay, but
around with
don't
the
play with
eye.
my intelligence. You ain't do that.
But again,
Do
H,
not
like
play
you
with my
said
intelligence.
yesterday,
You ain't do
then
that
who's
Hurricane Rana.
Conquistador number
That
two?
was not you, brother, yesterday. You're
You
not gonna
feel me?
tell
Like
us
he's
that was
supposed to
Who's
go
you.
the
in.
who's the other Basham brother then?
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm a grown ass man. You're not about to
You
play with
feel
me,
me?
Gable. No. Mm-mm. Nope.
The deep
Anything but
fake, yeah.
that.
We know
He
for
like,
sure that that was a luchador. We
oh,
know
yeah.
for sure that that was somebody that, yeah, like, come on.
No, but no. Yesterday, I'm running down basically everyone that's down in Mexico that's maybe got some contract stuff. Very almost none of them kind of fit the actual like physical build of what we could who could have been. Everyone that
Right.
could fit that bill is hurt right now.
Who?
They
So I was
hurt.
trying to figure out who
Oh,
it could have
so you
been,
said
but
whoever, oh, that they hurt. They
Yeah,
hurt.
they
Oh,
hurt.
okay.
Yep.
yeah. So the folks I thought of who it could be that have a similar build or whatever, and a similar tone in their voice when we heard the gracias. A
Yeah,
lot
cause
of them
person
folks
ain't look
are
that
on the
much taller
IR
than
right
Rey
now.
Mysterio.
Oh yeah,
Like,
by a couple
they,
inches.
yeah, they didn't look that much. So we
And the fact that
basing it
they
off
attacked
that,
Rey Mysterio, don't that make them like a bad guy out the gate?
off the gate.
Niggas attack
Yep.
Ray. Like,
That's
that's
why I was
crazy.
thinking Ray Phoenix aligning himself with Gable so that he could fight Pencil off the rip would be crazy.
Or
Like he
Ray
fight,
Phoenix versus Ray Mysterio.
bro.
What?
Those two,
Damn, did we
all
not think about that right in our faces? Right in our face. Ray
And I
Phoenix
again,
think
versus Ray Mysterio.
they've only had one match against each
cause
other.
they did a nice job hitting us with a misdirection. We thought they was gonna give us Pencil versus Ray Mysterio, or at least have them working together. They kind of went away from that. So this would be a nice little. Okay, y'all threw us Ray Phoenix versus Ray. I'm with you there. That sound I can't say I would have seen off the rip. I'd have thought they made them a tag team. Ray
I'm from
and
that
Penta.
era where like WrestleMania like matchups, like those are like you feel me? Like, I can see that shit on the screen, like Ray Mysterio versus Ray Phoenix. Like that's fire. That's fire. I don't care when they
But in
sell it.
this
That's
case, it'll
fire.
be advertised as Rey Mysterio versus American Made's Luchador.
Mm.
That'll put
Right,
what the
right, right.
marquee says, and then we see the American Made theme, and then boom, you just flash into whatever theme you're gonna get Phoenix.
He revealed himself at the match. Like this is really him. Now that'd be
Mm,
crazy. And that's you said it's Penta's brother, right?
Yep,
yeah.
And what if he
that's
face
his
up
little
with
brother.
Penta? Like Penta come to help out Ray, and it's like now he facing up with his brother. That moment, that's a moment. That's a moment. Like
Penta come out like, "What the hell you doing?" and just smoke
that's
And
his
a
I'm be
brother right there on
moment.
the
honest,
spot.
it don't matter where anybody did anything until they did it in WWE. Low key, like Penta and Ray, they went
Talk,
against each other, but not in WWE. It's
talk.
gonna
It's the
be
big
different.
stage. It's the
Yeah,
big
it's
stage,
different.
right?
It's gonna be different.
How good we do this here. gonna determine our future with that money at. Like it don't matter where we did these moves everywhere else. We have to execute them shits right here on this stage so we can get that bag. Like
and also you go, damn. So this is what it feels to be in front of 60,000+ people. God damn, this bitch is loud.
yo, Penta might have sparked mad people that was probably didn't want to come. Like, damn, that's what it really feel like.
Yeah.
I
But
gotta
again,
do
a
it.
lot of the folks
You know what
listen
I'm
to OGs
saying?
like
Like, damn,
Conan.
that was real from Penta. That was real emotions. Like, niggas like, nah, I gotta feel that one day. I have to. Like
Bro,
real shit.
Even Stephanie Vaquer, bro. I look at her as like the lady, her and Penta. They had the opportunity to stay where they were at. You know, Stephanie Sheen wasn't with AEW, but she fought Mercedes Moné on that Dynamite and came right
Oh,
over
and
to
also at Factory,
WWE.
she was also at Forbidden Door, the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The PL, she did do the PLE for them, right? The pay per view
Uh-huh.
for AEW. Yup,
By the way,
uncontracted, went right to
the
WWE.
speaking of the name you just mentioned, Mercedes Monet, the way AEW treat their time, it's disgusting how that young lady is really like not even really nothing no more. Kind of like on the scene. Like, and this is Sasha fucking Banks, man. Like
But
this is
again,
sad,
this
man.
could be a
I don't give a
testament.
fuck
It's
how
one
many
of those.
belts you throw her. She got 10 belts on. She's the gold girl. No, man, that shit don't hit. She can have WWE can bring her back. She ain't got no belt, and that shit gonna pop different. That's the difference with
But again,
WWE.
that's the part right there. It's one of those. It's they kind of made that character that we're seeing today,
And
and she's in her mind. It's all
y'all
her.
spoiling her, like the princess or whatever, by saying you can have every title. Like, so you got 10 and you got your own theme, and you're the money girl, and you got all the money. But that shit is gonna hit. Like how,
When their
you know,
talent that you're supposed to be better than, when they're carrying you, we got a big problem.
come on. Like you said, she
Now,
fought the Stephanie girl. Now the Stephanie girl's over here, powerful, got a belt, everything. Damn, don't even say nothing.
champ
Don't even
now,
talk.
double champ.
She don't even talk like that. I don't even hear her talk like that.
It's her
Like what?
presence. She commands
Gulia, all
she
of them
commands
lit.
attendance. Yeah,
What we talking about? So,
the presentation way different too. Like,
and y'all can lie. Nikki, that girl Nikki Brella, she was talking shit about WWE too. Her ass came back though, right?
They
Like
all
this
come
shit fun.
back,
I missed this shit. This shit look fun. Like what the hell? Like I'm
but like you said, the bags over there, especially with that Netflix money, the Saudi money, them bags a little thick now. They're a little heavier now.
every like I
so,
remember
mhm.
Triple H. I found one of them said everything about the money. Remember they were saying that? Like you want to be a team
Love the
player,
game.
come in here by being a team player. Understand that everybody will have a chance to eat. Just be ready when your time is called.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of the females, how'd you feel about like the EO Sky, Bianca, Rhea Ripley on Raw?
For the first time in a long time, I'm gonna take your stand, AZ. I did not like that segment.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
See,
like it because I
I,
feel like the slaps was like I like. I just wish they could have. They could have gave me those moments. I don't know. It could have been a little more better done in a sense. Like Rhea
to
could have played it off a little better. Like I seen her, like you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't want to see the slaps coming. By the way, like you know what I'm saying. I didn't want to see them coming in a sense. And after she did that, why was he just standing there? Like if anything, just turn this shit into a brawl. Like y'all just gonna let this bitch slap y'all?
I see where
Am
you're
I
going with it.
tripping?
Nah,
Like it should
I
have
did
turned
where
get
you
into
that
said.
something.
part.
It was more like shocking. Like
Nah,
hold on,
if
what?
again, this been my issue with the female segments. They've been feeling too overly animated, where like too cartoonish a bit. Like you said, she hits Rhea and Rhea's like selling it, and then Bianca's just sitting there waiting to get slapped too. Cause that's eventually what Io does. She turns around and pushes Bianca, slaps her, and Bianca just swept off her feet right on the floor, and then everybody's just standing there. Oh,
And
so
that's
it
that.
was
It's the,
cool,
it
but
could be awkward for 1 or 2 seconds, but that shit is loud to me. You know what I'm
the only thing
saying?
that saved it was the pop for EO. Honestly, the crowd has been behind EO for I don't know where the resurgence became again, but they've been really behind her again.
And I understand EO is not. She's from her country and shit like that, and she doesn't speak English, thing like that. So I understand maybe, just in a sense, you gotta like understand that. Um, you know, how she does things, you know what I'm saying, is in her way or whatever. So it may not always come off like it's the best looking way. You know what I'm saying? But she's still doing her best. So maybe EO could have been the one that made it a little awkward. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, but
I can see
it's
that.
it's just like it came off just like you said, I see the slaps coming. You know what I'm saying? I see Rhea Seller try to sell it for her for video. And then like you said, Bianca knows her time is gonna get slapped. It's like you know what
And
I'm
then
saying?
they
They could have
booked
did
her
that
in a
better.
bad spot. They as a champion, she's getting mushed, literally mushed. Both of them, get out of here, like
Mm,
like you a little kid in a grown up conversation.
right.
Like
And let's not
that's
forget,
that's
last year
crazy.
WrestleMania she was going in as champion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
With EO?
But you know what was? Yeah, Io was going against Bay last year. Io was champion.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
yeah, Bailey
right. You're
scooped that
right.
up off her.
You're
Yep.
right.
But you know what wasn't
Okay.
over animated?
So
Naomi.
what all right, so let me ask you, why do y'all think that they re put the title back on EO going back as a Mania again? If like you said, she came off losing the belt at Mania to Bailey. What do you what is why do you think they pulled the trigger on putting the belt on her?
Unless this is some sick plan to get Rhea Ripley's numbers, like pat the numbers and give her another championship, and like what she'll have
Like a
3 championships.
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Okay.
another WrestleMania moment, another statistic, another win at Mania for the belt. What she'll have, what, 2 championship wins in a year, 3 in 1 calendar year. Who else could really say they captured the belt 3 times in 1 calendar year?
I will say this though, but who else could say that EO has undefeated against Rhea?
Yeah,
True.
another thing that's on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Or
So
like we touched on earlier, this could
has
be a
Bianca
way
lost
to
at
get
WrestleMania
Roxanne her
yet? My
first
bad,
belt.
race. Has Bianca lost at WrestleMania yet?
No, she's undefeated as well.
So
Oof.
it's a lot on the line with these three. Is this going to be a triple threat ultimately?
It's looking like it.
Well, yeah,
I need it. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? That's fire. So that's gonna be a lot on the line if you talking about statistics and stats and all that. Because if Rhea win, that'll be Bianca first lost red. Like that's a lot there. Like all right, that's fire. Okay.
well, it.
I just think that
If
segment
Io
could
is
have been better though.
champion,
But I fuck with the matchup. I fuck with those three ladies like about to go to war. You know what I mean? I just wanted to know how y'all felt about them putting the title back on Io and why they man did it.
minus thought was maybe this is a plan to maybe get Roxanne her first title in the main roster.
Roxanne, I like her. She grew on me. I ain't gonna lie. She grew on me. She's a little dog.
Now, how you plan on
Yeah,
getting there with Roxanne?
again, that's my problem out there because it seems like Roxanne's first programs might either be with Liv Morgan or Bliss, which again I'm not mad at.
What's with both champions being underdogs, like Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton being like the underdogs going into their matches with this like
How do we turn the mid card titles into like significant for like WrestleManias? Because like, shout out to what's the girl, Layla Valkyria?
Lyra Valkyria,
I'm not really feeling her title run. I'm not. I'm not. Respectfully, like Roxanne need to get that and put some significance on that EIC belt, something like that.
not alone.
Raquel fighting for that next.
Well, Raquel, United States, put the United States on Roxanne, put that on her.
That'd be a fun
You know
match
what I'm
too. Her and
saying?
Chelsea.
Like bring some significance to that, like to that belt, like
Yeah,
you know what
you
I'm
need to
Chelsea's
saying?
make.
trying. She's trying her ass off.
Yeah, but she's not like she's a great character, like you said. She's great trying her ass off doing shit. But we need to elevate, put some presence on these things, like
Right. And
to
not for
really
nothing, Chelsea
elevate.
Green is good, but she's not a better wrestler than Roxanne Perez.
I'll agree with that.
And Chelsea Green was definitely rewarded. Remember her in that match where she took that amazing bump. You know what I
What was it?
mean?
The Money in the Bank match
Yeah, she
to the
took that
table.
amazing bump. That was when they kind of like took the shell off her, like from being a character to like, oh, she's trying to actually wrestle.
Right,
That's when the
right.
fans got
Chelsea,
behind her,
you're
like,
gonna
oh,
have to be real with
we
your
love
game.
it. And then that bump made people buy into her. Then it was like, you know what? Let's reward her. So we give her that belt. But she's not going to be the. She held the belt for 499 days. No, she's not better than Roxanne's Perez. She's not better than a lot of talent. So I think in order to bring significance to those titles, the new ones, those need to get put on some elite
I
wrestlers.
say this about Chelsea Green. She do a good job. Like her last two times in front of Tiffany Stratton, it made it
Smoked
look
her,
like,
cooked
yeah,
her.
like, you know what I'm saying? She her ring stuff might not be there, but the promo, the mic work is very up to par. So
That's
Listen,
what I was
they
like,
thinking
doing the
before
best you
the
could do
chamber
with the
match.
talent. You trying to maximize the best out of each of them at what they
mm-hmm.
do the best. Like Piper Niven is not the best, but like her attachment to Chelsea in this run brought importance to her. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
in
And now
different
Alpha
you
now,
add
ways.
a
right?
third person to that now.
Right,
You now
Alpha
have
Fire.
Alba Fire there as
Oh, I
the
didn't
new
see
added
that.
enforcer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and me personally, I'm not mad at it, but I felt that this it was better if you would have brought her and Aladon, the Unholy Union, former women's tag team champions, in this little cat, whatever we want to call it. You got half of the piece now. You could have had both pieces, and then should you branch Chelsea from all of them, you could have had Piper and two heavy hitters, and that would have been a cool little faction right there.
Did you know that, Snakes? They released one of the girls that beat Jade and Bianca for the championships.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
They
so
Yep,
released
Aladon
it.
got
They
released in
released it.
that weird crowd of people.
yep, released her.
Why y'all think that was the reason? If they when they break up a tag team like that, what goes into that?
A lot of them were in contract negotiations, supposedly.
I think it's just this new way of handling business, return on
That too.
investment. They looking at it like, are these people really drawing? What have they been doing? We're paying them X amount of money. What are you bringing in? We got our
All right,
top
so
players,
but is it not
you
tough
know.
when you say we're gonna keep our fire, but we gotta let you go? You know what I mean?
It's contract talks. Another one that shocked a lot of folks was they let go of Sonya Deville.
hmm
They just flat out let her contract run out and just said, "No, we cool off for you."
And the other younger girl, Blair Davenport.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who
it's
was
like a
Y'all don't
lot
injury
of
think
prone?
y'all don't think Sonya Deville may have got let go due to that situation she had
Which one?
off the or out the ring situation?
The stalker one?
Where she was talking about Vince paid all this money to security. Like she was talking about a lot of
Well, I mean,
stuff.
a
I
lot
was
of
like,
folks have, like Michael Cole on Logan Paul's podcast,
well,
said, "I'll never say a bad thing about Vince because Vince did so much for me in my career." A lot of folks have been open about what Vince
yeah,
has
but
done
Michael
positively.
has a badge that can't be disputed. He can say whatever he wants. Nothing gonna happen to Michael
Okay,
Cole. In my
not the
opinion.
coal
Michael Cole is
miners.
not the type of person to say no reckless shit. So whatever Michael's saying, that like you gotta respect it.
but supposedly, I guess there's two sides of the Sonya story. On one side is like they were negotiating with her, and maybe she was asking for too much. She's stating, "I never got a call. I just got a call the day my contract actually expired, and it said you're done." And then the other weird one, you let go of the Good Brothers, with one of them was out rehabbing an injury. A lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting because the reason I mentioned it to bring it back full circle, Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, the tag team, we had them beat Jade and um Bianca,
At,
which I
at, at Glasgow, right? At Clash,
yeah gave him a big moment overseas.
got one of the loudest pops of the night,
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, like,
one of the loudest reactions, arguably, of the entire calendar year,
and to make another
respectfully.
point out of that, I think it's hard to build them mid card women's titles when why you releasing women? This is the time you let go. All those women we named, then Electra Lopez, just like people that could have been upcoming or whatever the case may be. You just let go a lot of women too. Like when you just
Another thing I
announcing
just
these
thought
new
about
titles.
Bianca being in a part of the WrestleMania match. How they gonna move this story with Jade and Naomi and having Bianca so involved in that, and
Let's go
also having to
down that
be
road.
focused because it's kind of like the Seth Rollins shit. Like nigga knows is
A
in
little
his
bit, yeah.
bloodline business, but you got the title match night one. You know what I mean? You focus on this and it's like Bianca's emotions is all over the place with her sisters, but then she got this huge match with two of the most elite people on the
Well,
roster.
let me
You
kick
see what
this
went down
idea
with
then.
Naomi and Bianca on SmackDown last week?
Yeah, yeah,
Let me kick this
that
idea
was
then,
that was
right?
very very soap opera-ish.
What
It
if
was a lot.
Bianca has the match night one for the championship, and for whatever
Mm-hmm.
reason, Bianca Like Bianca wins night one, then Jade and Naomi have their match night two. Bianca comes and helps Naomi, solidifying a Bianca heel turn on night two with the
Have we?
championship.
Is it possible that? All right. Yes. HD pointed out that Naomi called Bianca a bitch when she was doing that segment.
An ungrateful bitch.
Ungrateful bitch. But when Jay was doing the move to her, she screamed out Bianca's name.
Uh-huh.
Why she do that?
Mm.
Why did she have that? Why did
Remember
she
the
do that?
time.
When Bianca, why did she do that? I was gonna say this: we haven't seen the footage to know that. Naomi said she did it, but we ain't see the footage of her doing that shit. Is it possible that
Will
maybe
we ever?
Naomi still ain't do this shit, and Bianca might have did this shit still, like some
I
shit?
touched I touched
That's what
on
I'm
that too.
getting at. Yep.
Because maybe Naomi was the pawn in all this. But my question
That'd be
was,
a
as of right
crazy
now,
like turn. Like that would be crazy. That would be
After all of
insane
this
way to get into the
crying,
Bianca
all
to
the
Jade.
emotion, yeah. Oh man.
That'd be crazy. That's how we get. That's how we got to the Jade and Bianca scrap.
I
Oh
won't be
nah, it's
mad at it.
up. It's up.
And just
Cause if
think,
Jade was mad
that
at
could that
Bianca Naomi off that, imagine she found out it was really her. Oh my god, man, she gonna beat. You know what I mean? Like whoa.
and just think, it's rather appropriate that the following PLE is called Backlash. That could be the main event right there. Either
And
that or Roman and Seth.
and why show your
Right.
hand right now when you competing for a championship? Like why would Bianca say, "Yeah, I attacked you" right now in the midst of competing for an elimination chamber, Royal Rumbles, any of these things, right? So like you saying, have Naomi play it like, "Yeah, I did it," but they in on it, they in on it. From the very moment they went out to the moment she said, "Yo, I couldn't get in contact with Naomi tonight," but they both wearing black. Y'all both still got coordinated
Like,
outfits.
and it's like they had Naomi and Bianca had a conversation, and Bianca said that shit like Naomi was saying, like, yeah, she been using me. Like I feel like she been using
She's
me.
been riding your coattails all
She
this
been riding
time.
my, you
She's
know what I'm
jealous of
saying?
you.
Like
You the real
Naomi,
talent.
Naomi got footage of that. She got a recording of that. So you ain't say this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like making it grimy, like Naomi
Mm.
getting in that bag. Y'all want to play with me? How about this? Like this mad shit they could do with that shit, bro. I
And
ain't
then
gonna
it'll
lie.
But
leave you
also,
wondering with Naomi, like, wow, is she really the bad guy? Is she the good guy? And then you kind of solidify Bianca really did some slimy shit. And then Jade is just defending herself right now, leaving her
And then what you
baby.
just
It'd be
said, right? Why
crazy.
would Bianca play him? What if they had agreement like, yo, you say you did it, like do this for me. That's my friend, it's my friend. Like I need you to say, you know what I'm saying? Like you did
And I'll
it.
give you
Like
a title shot after all this is done.
what I thought
nah,
what I
this would
thought
be
was interesting was
crazy.
in Naomi's promo afterwards, before Jade comes out, there was a couple of callbacks to when her and Sasha Banks walked out, because there's a lot of stuff on the internet that were essentially bad mouthing Naomi for walking out, or whatever, and how she's only there or still there irrelevant because of who she's married to, and blah blah blah. Folks forget Naomi. She can get down when needed be. This, again, I thought it was one of her best promos ever.
Nah, she
Yeah, I agree.
definitely
She did
showed.
that.
She showed us, reminded us where she could go
Like
with that.
I forget when I left 5 years ago, whatever. Y'all hated me then. I came back now. Y'all still don't like me, whatever. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Is that the pivot? I know this was the Roadblock show. I know NXT Roadblock went down tonight. I'm looking at it a lot. I was just trying to scroll to see how I can. It looked like a lot of things went down tonight. Y'all want to give me a brief rundown of what happened tonight? I seen the Shield popped out tonight 2.0. Like what happened?
Man,
Like what
We
happened
don't know what
tonight?
they called. All I know is that we trying to get Mr. Osiris on our show.
I think the next thing they need to have them do is really cut a promo, and then like if they're gonna be referred to as the Shield, take Shield like movements. The Shield put out a mission statement very fast. Let it be known what they coming to do, why they doing it, who they doing it to, and when it's gonna happen. I feel like we're not getting that from this group. It's kind of just random
I
attacks, which
mean,
is
we
cool.
saw some
I'm
stuff
for it.
like last year, whatever, with those random video vignettes and shit like that. And then
Hmm.
we saw them debut a couple months ago, and then we saw the stuff today. But yeah, that's been very, very quiet.
Very quiet.
I just don't like how 1 minute they're being called Shield 2.0, the next minute they're being called Retribution 2.0.
Yeah, because as soon as the Shield came in, they've been putting the program with the top stars. I don't want to see this group attacking the top stars and then you just fighting enhancement talents all day. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll
Well, I mean, in
take
this
like
case,
that
you know what's funny?
retribution.
They're essentially attacking the upper mid card in the top guys of the NXT roster.
That's what I'm saying. They doing that, right? And imagine their first program is with none of them. We can't do that.
Right.
So far they've attacked uh Javon, they've attacked Ethan Page, I
I think
think
Trick
they got
Williams got some of it
that's
too.
I think
Who they attacked today?
they attacked
Javon.
Javon Evans and Ethan Page.
Oh nah, they attacked Javon. Oh, it's lit now. Nah, y'all bugging, attacking the young phenom.
Bro, the young OG was
And
on
this one is about
some
to get his.
bullshit
Oh, right
tonight.
when he's about to get his W against Ethan. Did he get the W against Ethan?
He
Yeah.
got the dub.
So he's a
Yo,
new
he
champ.
was wilding.
No, there's no title for this.
It was just a
Oh,
street fight, baby blood feud, if you will. Ethan
You can call it
Page
a blood
broke.
feud because
Yeah, he took his jaw. He broke his jaw. Had the man wired shut.
and then had the match a month ago with the broken jaw still.
wait, how did
Hmm
moves moves how did that match
That
go?
match was
Like,
fire too.
oh, that was a good matchup with Obi. Did Obi win?
Undertaker, yeah,
Obafemi
Undertaker gave
won.
Obi the
I seen that
endorsement.
clip. I seen that clip on the net of Undertaker pulling up bandana, showing what you about. Like I see that. That's a 2K
Defend your
showcase.
yard.
That's a 2K showcase scene right there. Like that's
Legendary
some.
moment in the
That's
game.
yeah. That's straight out of a 2K game. But yeah, I
So
seen
so
that.
so so far on NXT, Taker has endorsed Obafemi and Braun Breaker. Has he endorsed anybody else on NXT?
Yeah, we're not just gonna have an Undertaker endorsing everybody. So those are two good
That's what I
people
was
you
talking
just
about earlier.
named.
Again,
Braun, Obi. That's a great start. We don't need to just start endorsing everybody. What did my man Ricky Saints do tonight, man?
he had
Backstage
a video,
segment.
a segment, and I think we're getting him versus Rich Holland next week.
Yeah,
Rich Riggs Holland.
And they teased a little beef between him and Ethan Page.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting kind of tired of that on running joke they got with Ricky Saints with the whole why everybody got to be mad back here and all of this jazz.
Maybe that's his catchphrase. Why is everybody mad? Why you mad?
Man,
I'm
that should just
hoping.
yeah. I mean, that should just
How
feel
was
like an
that?
ongoing.
How was that Galia versus Stephanie match?
Julian and Stephanie was amazing. I wish it was
Yeah,
a couple minutes longer.
Stephanie's amazing. Snakes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was telling
Wait, so this
Razor
was a title for title match, right?
title for
Yeah, winner
title.
take all.
So who won?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
She got both titles.
Yep.
Yeah, look
So
look at this look
Stephanie
at this
is
picture
Damn,
right here.
Gulia lost.
Look
I
at this
like
picture
Gulia,
right here.
man.
the second
Yo, I ain't
woman in
gonna lie.
NXT history to hold two NXT championships.
She definitely like her physique is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like she got the perfect like archetype. You
Bro,
know what I'm
she's
saying?
5'3", bro. 5'3". I'm like the way she move in that ring, I kind of like it's not noticeable to me that she's
Mm-hmm.
5'3", bro. Like that's insane.
Nah, so they had a
Came
hell of a
in
match.
hell of a match.
Hmm.
She came in as the mid card champion, the North American championship, which they did a good job elevating that belt because I feel like I don't consider the North American championships in NXT like mid card to be honest. I just consider those more representative of the direction of the company more to say. Like they look at the NXT champions like, okay, these are the ones that get in the media runs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Those are the ones we gonna have talking on all these talk shows. The North American is like that workhorse. Yeah, we see you putting in that work and pain. And right
Mm-hmm.
after, most likely, if you go with this, like Obafemi, you should be on your way to that NXT championship. How
Nah,
you
I just
feel?
well, I'm
Hmm
crazy. I'm just strolling on Twitter. I just seen Jay Cargill with that tweet the other day. I'm that bitch, and
Oh,
Naomi
her and
came on
them
that
been going
shit.
at it.
Naomi came on that shit. Said you are a bitch. Nah, they wild and
Well,
nah.
you seen what Jade
This
And
tweeted
then
is
she
to
goes,
Rikishi?
payback to what?
This is two sisters, and this is gonna be WrestleMania. This is a WrestleMania match.
They're
Definitely a
Jade said
slowly
WrestleMania
selling me on
match.
that.
Jade
No,
done
it's
tweeted the
definitely a WrestleMania
Rikishi.
match. It's definitely a WrestleMania match. I don't want to hear it. Give them that
Yeah.
that look.
Y'all gotta see what she's saying to Rikishi. That got me faithful. Like maybe Naomi will start a female bloodline or something.
Well, what she said to Rikishi.
Cause Rikishi has some words for Jade on his podcast. I can't give you word for word what he said, but it was basically like she gotta watch herself. You know what I'm saying? You talking
Mm,
about my daughter-in-law, and I guess Jade caught wind of it, and about a few hours ago she did a rebuttal to that tweet
Because
and
you know,
told
OG
him,
don't play about his family.
yeah. So
We saw the stuff with Jey Uso last fall and summer. He don't play nothing about his family.
Jade is slowly becoming the enemy of the bloodline. I see of
And
the
that's what I'm saying.
Anuwadi family.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine if her and Nia run it. Maybe
Bro,
we see a returning Tamina.
I'm not gonna lie too. Imagine if Nia Jax and Naomi start a version of a bloodline. That'd be wild too. Like,
that'll be
got
crazy.
it'd be
That'll be
crazy.
crazy.
'Cause I feel like that's one part of the storyline arc we haven't seen. Like, of course, we've seen the men going crazy, but we haven't really seen the females get they. Maybe it's not needed. I'm just saying this is just a sector of a story we could go down. It's not like, oh, we need this. No, nah, I'm saying it'll be cool though. You know what I'm saying? It'd be definitely something to look at. Have Tamina as the manager. Nobody meaner than Tamina. Come
What
on,
about Ava?
oh, that'd be crazy too,
I'm telling you, I'm sure Tamina got a couple matches left in her.
man. Like that'd be something right there. Cause
So
again, I'm
Snakes,
gonna be.
this is the company that Stephanie is in for double champions. Among
Mm,
NXT champions, it's her, Braun Breaker, Keith Lee, Mello, and Mandy.
mm,
If you add in current WWE talent, it also includes Kevin Owens, Becky Lynch, and Paige.
right.
That's some
I'm not.
company right
Yeah.
I
there.
ain't gonna lie. I'm surprised we ain't see Becky Lynch.
That's an interesting one.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna be probably unpopular. It's alright though. It's cool. Ever since she beat Bianca Belair 8 seconds, Becky like that. She blew me off that.
Oh,
Like I ain't gonna
SummerSlam?
lie. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't. I don't know what was the point of that. I didn't understand it. I felt it was very selfish. It killed the buzz, everything that Bianca had created up until that moment. Like
Well,
that was
remember,
the
who was
height of
still running the show at the
ESC.
time? That was still Vince.
Yeah, Vince. Yeah, he fucked that up. He did. Cause it just felt like after that, that's when Becky started doing the whole like Seth Rollins character arc, where she dressing up, doing her stuff. Some of it was
Big
alright.
time Bex.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends what kind of Becky Lynch I'm getting. Like, I think my favorite version of Becky Lynch was the man. I think it's hard to recreate that. Like, that was just like a different time sphere for real for her. Like,
I do feel
but
like sometimes you gotta go away to be missed. So I get it. So it's like
yeah,
so she can have the reception of a superstar she deserves. I do feel like for her to be the rollout she try to have and how she likes to talk before she left, I don't think the reception was as loud as it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In my opinion. So maybe her leaving is just like the kind of bring, you know what I mean? We're gonna get really missed. So cause that'll hurt the ego. Like the fans like, damn, y'all ain't rocking with me like how you used to rock with me. Like I ain't gonna lie, Charlotte Flair, like you know what I mean? I know that shit kinda hurt. Niggas booing you in the ring and all like damn. Like I hurt myself, came back.
Oh, look how they treated Bailey on SmackDown, or I mean, excuse me, on Raw this past week against Raquel. That's when everyone tuned out of the show.
do
It's
we add
crazy.
more to their story? And let's say we've heard CM Punk say, Becky, you better come get your man.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yeah,
that
he
lead to
did.
Becky coming back, AJ coming back? We
Mm.
seeing a couple versus couple match. Again, it sounds cheesy, but all four of those competitors could take it there. AJ, Becky, Seth, they could make this the most gruesome couples match we've ever seen. To be fair, like
Mm.
I don't know.
And then
I'm just
allegedly Becky posted that controversial tweet and then quickly deleted it,
what was that again?
where she was insinuating that Punk may be sleeping with some of the younger talent.
Oh yeah, Roxanne and shit. She had reposted
Yeah,
some too. Yeah, I seen that. Everybody on CM Punk body about that. It's crazy.
that's what makes it entertaining. Because, like, again, so one, a dude can't be friends with females, and two, he can be an actual mentor to them, saying, "Hey, this is what got me in trouble back in the day. Don't do the bullshit I did because it's not gonna get you anywhere. Try to
I
lead by
mean,
example."
you be damned if you do, damned if you don't. You see the stories where some of the female talent said it was hard to go up to men because they wanted things or they were just intimidated to go up to them and ask for help. And here you go, you got CM Punk willing and getting
Hmm.
criticized for it, So
But on LFG, you have the boyfriend of Cora Jade and Maxine Dupree trying to make that an angle, whatever. You see that?
yeah, I thought it was dope. To be honest, 'cause I felt like Anthony Luke. I felt like he got at Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And Drake really didn't have no rebuttal for that. Like it kind of it had a chink in his armor, like IRL and in character. Like he really didn't have nothing for that. And easily Roxanne is better than Maxine. So for Anthony Luke to use that as a flex is like damn, like he kind of cut you on that promo right there. But again,
And,
they could
and
use
and
that up
especially when you
here.
do the
Like
intros, why is your intro going to be my girlfriend's Maxine Dupree? It'd be one thing if you said if it was a current champion. That's one thing. But again,
have you watched that show, Snakes? LFG? I think there's some promising stars on there, man. I'm not gonna lie. We done spoke about it. They got
like BJ,
BJ, Elijah Holyfield, Jasper Troy, Anthony Luke, Z
there's,
the blonde headed girl,
yeah,
Tyra May Steele, the Olympian. She stands out to me. She had a
or that
match.
that chick P Nasty, who's a former rugby
Oh
player.
yeah, oh yeah. I'd love to see how they incorporate her into like if she ever hits main roster NXT. Let's see what storyline arcs that lies for her there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean honestly, all of them kind of got something they can do for real. Like I'm not gonna
And
lie.
they're all different characters,
Yeah,
which is probably the
they
most important thing about it.
and not one looks the same to me than the other. Like everybody really got their own striking resemblance. Like everybody got their own look going on. You catch that show, Snakes, the WWE show LFG, come on Sundays.
Nah, which one is that? That's not new.
Yeah, they got
It's
four
it's fairly new, yeah.
coaches: Bully Ray, Undertaker, Booker T, and Mickey James, which should tell
Well, now it's
she
now it's Michelle McCool.
Michelle McCool is gonna replace her, and they basically all got four wrestlers on their team that they training, signed to the Performance Center, and they all looking to earn a contract on the NXT roster. And
It's
each
a
week,
better tough enough.
yeah, it's a way better tough enough. Cause they
I
do a
seen a
better
clip.
job explaining. Yeah.
I seen a clip going around with Bubba Ray Dudley, Undertaker, all them sitting there, and there's some dude in the ring violating, and they had to really check him.
Oh yeah, that dude is money though. Like me and Razor,
Yeah,
it's
right.
crazy. We've been talking about that. Like that dude's a dick, but he really know what he kind of doing, and they just keeping him in check. Basically, it makes for great
Yeah,
television. I'm not gonna lie.
And
right.
that's
Now I
they're
seen
trying,
that.
his
Hmm.
specifically they're trying to see if he's multi-dimensional. Like, is this your one trick, or are there other layers to this? Because if there's other layers, then we can call you a star right now. If this is all you got, then we got some work to do.
And it's
Right.
looking like he got work to do, but it's that raw potential there. Like you see it though. It's like, man, only if this dude just lock in right now. Like you said, there's a spot waiting. They've already featured him on NXT Loki. I thought it was dope
Hmm.
again too. I was telling Razor earlier, Snakes, they had them LFG people have a
Hmm.
match before NXT came on tonight. So getting to see those young talent
Oh
work,
wow, they did.
yeah. And I'm like,
That's
wow,
dope.
that's really different. Like WWE doing things different, for real. And that theater, the Hulu theater at MSG, watching a wrestling event in an intimate setting like that was definitely different. It felt like we was watching like a play. Like even when you walking down, it felt like you walking through a concert hall for real. Like I mean, that's exactly what it is. Like you see I don't know if you seen the Razor the picture I posted on Twitter.
Mhm.
The Roadblock sold out. Like I was like, hold on, sold out. Like that's how doing things.
Yeah,
Like
Vic just said a couple times that their capacity crowd sold out.
so, I thought yesterday and tonight was definitely special. And I'm looking for the next few weeks, especially they're gonna be overseas. The next American show we get is gonna be in April, April 7th.
Hmm. And then the next week after that, they in my neck of the woods.
So on Mondays, we gonna have to be watching Raw at 3 p.m. Eastern time if you don't want any spoilers. And on SmackDowns, we just go. You gonna have to eat plates of shit. You gonna deal with spoilers. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep, that's facts.
Yeah, it's either that or stay on social media, folks. And I know that's hard to do. So prepare.
And if you got a 9 to 5, stay your ass at work.
Yeah, cause Fridays are gonna be yeah. It's gonna be one of those it's gonna be taped. It's gonna be the tape delays. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say pre-tape. They just gonna be the delayed lives. That's all it's gonna be. But I don't know. I think everything going forward for WWE. I was telling Razor yesterday, telling the chat like it's in a good landscape. Yeah, we got our concerns, but I'm glad that every time we show some concern, WWE do a good way of adjusting, doing the audible. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
also, most of the concerns have just been just nitpicking. To be
just
honest, nothing
nitpicking.
really too major.
Yeah. I think also too some voices are louder than others, so to speak, where some opinions just get out there more than others. Like we can have good opinions and some we've been saying for months, and then enough people say it, and it's like okay, now we on board. So
I was
it
like,
is what it
let's
is.
look into this.
Yeah, I think we're in a good landscape right now. Um, do we get that new? You said John Cena gonna be on Raw next week. Do we get new music?
Hmm.
That's what I'm looking for. I need a new presentation for Cena.
Do you bring back the doctor?
Nah. Like it got to be the 2025. It can't be like you see how the Rock went to the Versace $500 shirt, but he made it a vest now. Like you gotta do something more modern to the style. Like if you're gonna do some quote unquote thugonomic shit, then you gotta come outside with the flavor of now,
What if he comes out with that right to censor fit?
man.
Just the white button down shirt, the black tie,
Like I ain't gonna lie. What if Cena come out? You see how he got his hair right now? What if he go to that light fade? The light fade. He got the Cuban link on. Like he just get drip like you know what I'm saying on some drippy shit like
or do you remember that hairstyle he had when he first came up, where he was like fully bald and he had a little bit of hair spikes on top right here?
the Tyson Kid.
Yeah, some it would come something like that.
Yeah, like I'm more you feel me? Give him that light Caesar, the light fade, some. Cause then you could eliminate that little bald spot joke and all of that. You could
Or
remedy it
what if he
somewhat.
commits to going bald?
That'd be crazy. I mean, that'd be something we never seen, right? Like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Undertaker did the Mohawk thing, but we ain't like Mohawk Taker. Like, nah, you know what? I don't think I want to see Bull Cena.
Okay,
I'm
so what
good
if
on that.
Cena comes out in snakeskins? Or the Shawn Michaels doo doo brown?
You know what though? That sound more realistic. Like Cena, when he's not in wrestling, he be doing other media appearances in suits. So if he was to
He's
do
always
a
in a three
bad,
piece.
yeah, he could do a bad guy flex like on some corporate shit for real. But I don't know. I'd like to
Another
see.
question
I
is,
think we
do we
touched on
see
it.
Travis Scott before Mania?
They keeping that man away from Cody for now. That's gonna be the money when he finally gets his hands on him. They keeping them far apart. That's got to be
Oh,
the money right
Snakes, did you
there.
hear what supposedly what was relayed to the dirt sheets about Travis Scott? Supposedly, according to
You on mute?
Oh my bad. What you said about Trav?
according to Swerve Strickland from AEW, Travis Scott is training to be a wrestler with Booker T.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it because I was telling HD I need Travis to be a part of this. He did an amazing job, in my opinion. People kind of try to I thought Travis Scott did amazing. His role was amazing, and I feel like he would be dope making segment runs with The Rock every time he pull up with that. Yeah, he on that.
And my next question is, do we see Bad Bunny come to Cody's aid?
No, no, no. We don't need Bad Bunny over here.
Mm.
Travis Scott don't even know he's a part of whole of like a historic moment in wrestling. I think it was
Oh,
so
I'm
hype.
sure. I'm sure The Rock made it known.
No, but you see the
Travis,
backstage
you were
moment,
just
like the
part of history.
no, but you see
You
the
and The Rock
backstage
just made
moment.
history. We shocked the
Did you?
world.
But did you see the backstage moment when he was looking at Triple H and him fresh off of it, and he was happy and shit?
Uh-huh.
You could tell like Triple H and him understand what just happened. He didn't. Like he was happy in the moment. I don't
Mhm.
think it really grasped what he truly just did. Like, bro,
Nah.
if 50 years from now, you're gonna be watched, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that moment, it's gonna
Nah. He was
be.
so caught up in doing it again. Facts. He didn't
Like,
know what he
come
just
on,
did, what he was a
bro.
part of.
You were just a part of John Sills. He'll turn after 20 years, bro.
He
Like,
just felt the adrenaline and he didn't want that moment to stop. Like we
hmm
all know, well,
hmm
you
So,
know Snakes more than me. You performed at that high level, so you know what I'm saying.
hmm
You know how it is when them lights is shining and that adrenaline kicking in. There's a crowd there.
bro. Yeah, your
It's
mind, it'd be a
different.
lot. It'd be, especially when you do well, it'd be like, whew. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mind be all over the place. But,
And you've been part of legendary moments yourself, so
nigga,
again,
I'm talking about 1,000
legendary.
people. That's different. We talking about 40,
That's what I'm
50.
saying, right? On
It's
that
different
level,
level. It's a
like
different
that's what
level.
I'm saying, bro. Like
Different level.
he done legendary
right,
shit in
right
hip
now,
hop, right? But in the
everyone's
wrestling
just salty
world,
at the fact that Cody got his eardrum legit ruptured.
mm,
I think they probably like told him you could like for you to be the real one in the real world, like you know, real life, like you got to do something. Like, but he slapped the shit out of Cody. Slapped that nigga
yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
he did him bad.
Right.
But again, it's one of those. I mean, you got to assume either like Cody had to greenlit that. Like you Rock that said, get Hinge Blade. Cody probably said, make it look good. We'll be good. Don't worry about it. Something like that. That talk had to have happened beforehand. But
I
again,
mean,
maybe now Cody knows Travis got that power in that right.
I'm not gonna lie. If people gonna be mad at anybody, and I know it's hard to be mad at Dwayne, you gonna have to be mad. The dude gave Travis Scott the clearance to do something. Like, yo, if you
Yeah,
gonna do something, make it look good. But you gonna be mad if Travis Scott do something and it look bad too. So it's like, shit, might as well, right? Take it there.
again,
Now,
like I said, damned if you
took
do,
it
damned
too
if you
far,
don't.
but yeah, like, again, they threw him to the fire too. You putting Travis Scott in such a legendary position that it's not fair to really critique after after he wasn't properly trained for said moment. Like it even looked
Hmm.
weird when he was holding Cody Rhodes down, but we just appreciating what the moment is, right? Like we not watching none of that, bro. Like
Right.
shit, was just like, wow, he got one of the biggest hip hop superstars in the world, Travis Scott, with the Rock on some lot. Like we just seen Travis with
With
Jay
John
Uso blowing
Cena.
blunts last like 2 3 weeks ago, like
Hmm.
on a different type of time. Like you could see the character shift. I appreciate that from Travis, no lie. To go out there and do a
hmm
character shit, like that was crazy.
Right.
Oh, Snakes, you
I'm
see
not going.
Travis official WWE shirt?
Nah. See Travis on the
He's
court, nigga
he's
look
got
crazy getting
the
snatched by security. Like so, coming off that, nigga being in a gangster rollout, it kind of hit for me. You just seen a nigga in real
oh
life walking mad fast on the court, nigga getting grabbed, just like fuck off me. Like, like Trav be high. Like wherever Trav at, that nigga be high. That nigga run the like. You feel like he run the place. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, you really be in that moment.
But
But that
on
nigga is
Travis
one of the
shirt, it's got
biggest
the
stars in the world when you really think about it. That
Yeah.
fiend, that shit go crazy, low key. That
H. Were
shit
they
go
playing that
crazy.
at the Garden at NXT today?
Yeah, bro.
I thought I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit fire.
That's like I think that's become WWE's one of their official themes. Like it's
hmm
become more than just that Raw debut. You heard that on Raw and Netflix. That this become
Watch it
hey,
be one of the Mania themes.
I
Wow,
won't
now
be
that I think about it,
surprised.
that song got premiered on Raw Netflix. Wow,
Yeah.
I forgot. That shit go crazy out here. I be hearing that shit all over. Niggas be playing that shit like
And
like.
and it's kind of his entrance song too. Like every time he come out for the
mm
parent, they definitely be tuning that one up.
Yeah, that nigga Travis Scott probably watched that shit like a million times at the crib, like him coming out with the rock, like.
Like, yep, I'm him.
Hmm.
No, but on his shirt, it's got the original WWE logo.
right.
Like the first one they had when they went from WWF to WWE, it's got that one from the early 2000s.
I don't know why that had everybody so pressed. Like like how old is Travis Scott? Like
He's got to be in his early
Probably
mid
gotta be
30s, I
like,
think.
yeah, I'm about to say, probably gotta be like 31, 32.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm 33, bro. If I was able to watch all that wrestling, like I grew up in the era when the WWE, the WWF logo was yellow and blue.
He'll be 34 this year.
Right. Okay, 32. So.
Yeah.
See, that's what be wrong with some people. They just woke up and started watching the Cody Ever Rhodes, like the Cody Rhodes era last night. That's what be wrong, people. They ain't even watched the Bloodline era. They skip past all that. You know what I'm saying? Some people just woke up yesterday.
So on that note, I saw a funny ass Twitter thread this weekend of folks trying to describe the Reign of Terror. Ain't no one mentioned the Triple H Reign of Terror, the original Reign of Terror. So it's like y'all can't say shit about that because you weren't watching when we was watching when we saw the birth of the King of Kings.
And again, Triple H learned early from like force feeding us certain shit. Like The Rock never really force fed us nothing. So like this, what he tried to do last year, almost backfired. But he did a magnificent pivot, one that many superstars can't do. That some don't
Mhm.
even come back from. Like, and then each week added a layer. Oh, he came out with the vest this week. Oh, next week you heard lightning in his song. Oh, the week after that you see the spotlights dim and different. Like,
Then he remixed the
Wait,
Hollywood
wait,
Rock
wait.
theme.
Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry to cut your brothers off. I'm just looking at a video online. Did Gulia catch this bitch out the air with her legs?
Yeah, so she went for the spinal tap and caught her in the armbar.
yeah,
Yo, that is retarded. I'm looking at this
That
shit.
was
Yo,
clean.
that is retarded. Like what?
That's one of those. She got one shot at it, and she did not miss.
Nah, and she lost. Like, nah, I gotta see this match. Like, cause Gulia did something
Bro, like
elite
this
right
this
there.
match
Like,
was
what?
incredible.
I gotta
I know
watch
you don't
that.
like to hear the behind the scenes stuff, but going into this, nobody
Mm,
told us exactly. They said one of these females were hurt. That's why they scheduled this match. But obviously, looking
mm,
at the results of it, it seems like Julia the one that's hurt. But they put on a fucking banger of a match
yeah.
in short time too, cause I think they only had about 10 minutes to get that thing off.
Maybe 12 to 15, maybe.
Hmm.
Wow.
But this one, I wouldn't mind if they went half an hour or whatever if they had the time.
Yeah, bro.
Wow, okay. So that's why they made this a title for title match. They just turned around and made it that when like there wasn't no rollout to this. They just announced it.
It was very brief, and then all the stuff about someone being hurt kind of like followed like the next morning.
Yeah, it made sense, like a little bit, like, oh, so this is why this is happening. Cause you don't really see that. I mean, you seen it with the men with the North American and the NXT males, but you don't really see it too often. I feel like with the women's and this soon, like it felt like both ladies just won these belts.
because they did.
Yeah, like so it was like wow, like okay.
Or even the match that started where it was Fraction versus the Hardys, we thought the other title was on the line, not the Hardys titles.
Yeah, I thought the NXT title was on the line with the Hardy Boy.
So you weren't the only one.
Chill. I seen his picture change immediately. Chill.
I
Bro, I
love
felt
it.
like Cena was looking at me, yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Uh, that got it.
Nah,
I
but
say this
I
though,
gotta,
Snakes.
yeah.
Going to an NXT event, like anybody that might not be into NXT, I think that's a good way to really get into it because the action, seeing it in person, does it more justice than all of like. Let's say you at home, you watching, and they go to a commercial break. Now you might just switch the channel or some shit, like you feel me, and miss the
Hmm.
rest of the good stuff. And I feel like yeah, that pace of tonight's show, and it was quick. It was only 2 hours. Like to be honest, sometimes sitting through a 3 hour show, even as good as they be, could be tiring, bro. Sitting in one spot 3 hours, like.
Right.
So I see why people enjoy that 2 hour mark. Like when a lot of people say they want that 2 hour mark, I'm putting things now in like a viewing in person and a viewing at home perspective.
Hmm.
At
Yeah.
home, I don't mind 3 hours. If I'm going to a show, I think I might enjoy two, 2.5, like the Raw Netflix.
Hmm.
That's a good
Kind of like
that's a
battle
good
rap.
vibe.
When you at the venue, bro, shit, you wanna get in and out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be there that long. You feel me?
Yeah,
At the
bro.
crib, you can sit and relax, and you know what I mean. Like, but when you there live, like yeah, like condensed and quality. Feel me?
No, definitely. It's a way different vibe, especially when you depending
Hmm.
how much people you around at said events. Yeah, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It
like,
seemed like it was a lot of people that the God of Too Fab was there. There was a lot of people there
bro, it
to
was a
go.
lot. I seen DNA down there. You heard?
Yeah, I seen DNA there,
Yeah.
Phantom, Streamer. There's a lot
Uh.
of people in the building there. Macaulay Culkin, shout out to my nigga Home Alone. Like,
Mhm.
that was a great shit. Looked like a great
Another
fucking
cool
crowd.
fact that I was telling Razor, those prime bottles that are by the station, they actually, they not kayfabe. Those are not gimmick, bro. Those are real bottles. They was giving them out to the people at ringside. I was trying to snag one up, but
Just was
I had
cold.
to,
Just cold.
yeah. I don't know. I was trying to.
No,
I had to
they're
hop through
probably room
mad
temperature,
different.
but after a
Yeah,
couple hours.
yeah. I had to hop through mad different people just to get to the barricade, and then there was none left. I was like, man. I was gonna ask him, yo, can I get the big, like, the gimmick tall prime bottle that they
How
got?
much for the jug? I
Yeah,
know
like
you
how
got
much?
more in the back.
Yeah, can I get that display prime bottle then? Like, I'll take this. I was about to get ridiculous on her, but they just let me sit there by the barricade, take some more pictures. So it's like again, the whole WWE vibe. Yeah, it was lit this week. I wish I could go to that WrestleMania because again, I don't know how everybody else is feeling in the universe. They might want to see different things. I'm okay with the way this shit is shaping up. It's 2 nights. I'm looking at WrestleMania like it's gonna be remember the word they used to use, a spectacle. Like it's gonna be that's how I think this is. It's gonna be a real
Well, just
movie.
remember, night one we're getting Stand and Deliver and Mania.
That's what I'm saying, bro. From a WWE fan perspective, if you love WWE wrestling, there's nothing more you need to be asking for.
Right.
Like we getting we should be getting that triple threat that you said we need to see because I'm on board. I need to see it too. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Take my money now.
Or like I
Right.
said, from NXT Stand and Deliver, I need to see Fraction and the Hardys running back.
Yeah, like what is that? Peacock? I'll pay for my subscription today for next month. Take it. Announce it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Let's get it going.
Wait, the Hardys is back?
Yeah, they was
Yeah,
on NXT today.
they were defending their tag team titles today.
Wow.
Snakes.
Nah, the
Jeff
Hardys
is
been doing
moving
this shit
like
for
this
my
is
whole life.
2005 again.
Nah, he's been doing this shit my whole life. I'm a grown ass man. And these niggas are still the tag team champs. Like this is insane.
And dancing with the youngest stars in NXT, Fraxium, Nathan Frazier, and Axiom.
Still putting on classics.
And those two right there, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, bro, those I think those are the quickest guys on NXT. They might just
Well,
be.
like we said, like Nathan Frazier seems like he's like a carbon copy of Seth Rollins, like move for move, even damn near to how he looks.
No, let's
Yeah,
stop.
bro.
Let's stop selling them short. Is Nathan and Frazier? Is they the are they the best tag team on NXT?
They nice. They
Yeah,
nice.
I say they're the best tag team. I'm gonna put that stamp on them.
Yeah,
The
let's
best
give
tag
them
team
their
were in
flowers.
WWE.
No, in NXT, in NXT, right now. I'm gonna
That's
say
fair.
that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
that's
that
definitely a fair. That's a fair statement.
because every match they've been put in, I thought they were gonna look like they shouldn't belong as a tag team, and boy, did they prove me wrong every time. And they've been matching up with every kind of tag team, to be honest. Big tag teams that could keep up with them,
And today you put them
legendary
up against
tag teams.
goats.
Yeah, like they didn't pick up this victory, but who knows? Maybe do they go a second round?
Cannot wait.
Cause the way I could see this, if they wanted to spin a block, it's like, okay, we defended our TNA Tag Team Championships. Y'all willing to defend y'all NXT Championships?
And let's one up it. We won it in your match. We won it in TLC.
Mm. Yeah, if this was
Telling you,
2K25, like real life, Razor trying to put the Hardys on the injury list for the next 5 weeks in the GM mode. I'm telling y'all this
injureless
right.
hell. No, this one. This
He's
this won't even touch their fatigue. Fuck you mean?
we
It's not like
just
it's an
bought them.
ambulance match or a casket match.
We just bought him back. He trying to book them in a TLC match. You try, all right, bet. You trying to bring all right, you say no injury, you trying to bring them down to 18, you heard?
No, no. What's gonna be? They gonna have all the little like buffers already. Every buffer already gonna be put on their stick, so it
Oh,
won't even phase their stamina.
see, I ain't even mad at that. We using power cards on the Hardys. Yo,
Uh huh.
shot to see WW2K25. You see what we doing? You need to promo code us right now. Razor Snake Eyes HD WW2K25. Holla at us. See what we
When we
just did
when we
there?
start the GM thing.
Man, I'm with whatever. I just started looking at that mo look crazy this year, bro. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie to you. It looks so. I mean, like I said, we could tap in whenever. Cause we need to do to get an achievement, we need to do a GM online with 4 people.
There you go.
It's like 4 or 5 people. So me,
Yeah, because
you,
the
if
max
Snake
lobby
Eyes
is
get
four
that
people for
shit,
GM mode.
nigga, if me, you, Snake Eyes get, we get that off the hip GMO exclusive. What? They gonna lose their minds. They gonna.
OTH wrestling
It's
coming to
alright.
a screen near you.
I'm gonna make the most obscene trades, the most ridiculous signing.
No, you gonna be
Y'all
the
know
one doing
how
all
I
the
move.
sabotaging.
You know how I move, man. My show gonna be they gonna be giving me them bad ratings, but then we gonna spend. You know what I'm saying? We gonna spend the block on the ratings. Like, hold on, yo, you gotta see how they did in that mode. You gotta see how they really did. Like when you play with combined people, each event is like whoever owns a brand throws a person into the main event. So you got
Nice.
your brand. Yeah, it's crazy. Different switcher from last year. I'm not gonna lie though, the way I got to Raw and NXT was crazy because I really was reluctant on buying the tickets, and my girl kind of just copped the tickets, and I had to send her the money for for my half. You feel me? So she pulled the trigger while I'm sitting there like, man, I don't know. I was like, do we? And then it ended up being a special 2 days. So yeah, I don't think next time I'm gonna be reluctant. I'm gonna just pull the trigger because things are heating up. You
Like I
said there was
said,
only
with these
15
two shows, it was
Raws.
meant to
That's
be.
crazy. Yeah, that's a wild statistic. Only 15 Raws in Madison Square Garden.
I thought it'd been at least more than that, especially in the early days.
Right.
Because in the early days, well, Mania was there every year, and some of the bigger shows were every year. Rumble was there. I thought it would have been more Raw because that's the backyard right there. That's the home turf.
Hmm. That's interesting though. I like the fact WWE bringing out them type of statistics when they go to cities like, oh, this is the fourth time we bring a SmackDown here. Start paying attention to the little things. Like, okay. kind of make the city feel more important or value. Like if you see that they don't come to this city often, you better hit that show up and enjoy that thing.
You went to NXT?
What happened?
You went to NXT today?
Yeah,
Oh, that's fire.
yeah. Went to that NXT today too. That's what I was saying. That little theater vibe was different, like than being in the actual garden. 'Cause I never been in that theater, so that was my first time seeing how that joint looked. The walkway to the ring was super short, but I say this, the way they did it on TV, it's like you can't even really like you could probably tell, but it don't look that bad. But in a thoughtful, like I'm thinking this is why this is how you prep people to go to the main roster. Like, all right, we seeing what you could do with this, because when you go to the main roster, you got to walk through arenas. Like, you gonna be able to handle that? Like, if you can handle this little walkway, then you should be able to do that. It gave me a whole different perspective on NXT for real. Cause I know Razor, we speak about NXT being that third brand, but and there's no disrespect to what they doing, but I just still think they should be considered a developmental because what the main roster doing, it's like we shouldn't take that for granted. Like the production level, the store, like everything they doing on the main roster is just different.
And for NXT, they just gotta just commit to it. That's the
Yeah,
biggest thing. Because a
yeah,
lot of because again, with that roster can be listed as a third brand, but you just gotta have the production and the powers that be just commit saying, "Hey, we can do this. Just give us a shot."
yeah.
Yes, there's gonna be roadblocks, peaks and valleys, no pun intended, but it's gonna work over time.
Yeah, because a few years ago, if you run in the garden, they would have did this in the garden too, like the Barclays, like when they had takeover. Now, granted, this isn't a takeover PLE, so maybe that's why, but who knows?
Yeah, but I just had to look up the last PLE my city had. The last PLE over here was that Hell in the Cell with the red cage and the sledgehammer,
Mm,
the bad one.
that's why they ain't go back since.
Facts.
Man, that's tough.
The birth of the red cage was in my city.
Yeah, that's tough. That's bad business.
Well, it's Vince. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
But like I said,
But
he ain't there no more.
chat, that was the conclusion of the night right there. Stephanie Vaquer, double champ, two titles hoisting it. I,
History.
I'm not gonna
Excuse
lie,
me.
when when
Herstory.
man, when the confetti fell, fire. Like I don't think I've been in a WWE event where like they celebrated like this, if I'm not mistaken.
NXT they don't really do pyro there, huh?
Nah, nah, they didn't do pyro here tonight.
Because I know like the confetti stuff, it's usually like a Ring of Honor New Japan tie vibe to it. But again, like I'm glad I do it this way as opposed to the main roster because again, it adds a more like I said a more intimate feel.
Yeah, it definitely gave a different vibe to it. Like, cause on Monday they definitely had pyros.
But now as if they go along with it, stand and deliver, it could likely be unless they do it on NXT, which I hope not. But stand and deliver. How we feeling about Stephanie McCourt versus Miss Jada Parker?
I'm for it. I think Jada Parker doesn't get the win unless the plan is to directly send Stephanie to the main roster and she just vacates the other championship. Like I don't know what's the plan behind that, but yeah.
Do the old Austin Aries option C,
Yeah, cause Jada's good, but I don't know.
but
I think
champion ready? I'm not certain yet.
yes, and Stephanie got it really put together right now to like have her lose one of those things immediately. Like somebody got to really step up to the plate. Jada can be her, but not on the first try.
and then you got Jordan Grace. It seems like it says Zari and Soul might be a tag team moving forward. But then again, I guess if I heard correctly, Sol Ruka's got a shot at the women's North American title coming up. So
Hell, I wouldn't even be mad if she had to defend twice in one night.
I mean, we've seen Nathan Frazier do it a few times.
Yep.
It's
But yeah,
going to be interesting.
as we get out of here, got any last words for them?
Uh, Not for them, but I got.
Say that again.
So we had Lana and Rusev renew their vows, so they remarried essentially today.
Yep. Congrats to them.
Now, how soon before we hear on whether it's TNA or WWE Rusev Day?
It's got to be WWE.
You know, it's still got gas in the tank,
Hell yeah.
and that could be a Rocker Mania surprise.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I'll throw him right in the United States division versus LA Knight.
Fuck that! Can you imagine the barn burner that him and Braun will put on? I don't care who wins that one.
I feel like we got a lot for Braun and not enough for LA Knight. That's the only reason why I threw it LA Knight direction. But for sure, I'm on point with what you saying.
And also, even on SmackDown, say if hypothetically you can have Rusev and Andrade running back. Yeah, they had an okay match at World's End with AW about a year and a half ago, but
Again, what we said on the
let's rectify that.
Right, it could be done differently.
But yeah, Rusev's gonna be fun to watch. Again, let's see if they want to give Aleister Black one last shot. It seems like they probably will. It's just a question. He's nothing like similar to Shinsuke in this current gimmick. Like, what do you do with it?
Yeah.
Because to a degree, you kind of have Spears with the Culling. By the way, again, how do you feel about the name of that faction, the Culling?
It feels a little funny.
Yeah. But again, we'll give it a chance. I mean, I'm sure they could have picked other names, but we shall see. But my point is like, it seems like what Shawn Spears is doing is very similar to what an Aleister Black would do.
Yeah.
But less gothy, but very similar.
Yeah, definitely less gothy, but very He getting people to tap into that dark side, but not really a.
And then if you go more gothy, it's basically what Karrion Kross is doing. So again, with Aleister Black, if he comes back as Tommy End, what the hell do you do with him? Now, personally, Aleister and Kross, that'd be a fun tag team for a little bit.
It could be.
We shall see.
Yeah. Chat, I want to thank y'all once again for popping out for us 2 straight days, talking this wrestling talk. Unwelcome your thoughts off the hip. Your boy HD, my brother Razor. Until the next communion. Peace.